Good Friday evening, football fans. Brett and Sandy Hendricks welcome you to LakinSports.com and Lakin Bronx Sports on YouTube. Tonight's football game will pit the 1-1 Lakin Bronx and the 0-2 Goodland Cowboys at Bronx Stadium in Lakin. The live game video on YouTube is brought to you by these loyal supporters of Lakin Bronx Sports. The Kearney County Community Development, Ralph Goodnight, Hendricks Welding, Brad Hendricks, Lakin Hay and the Lakin Dairy, Fred Ritzema, D-Bach Metals, the Stampede, the Kearney County Bank and the Garden City State Bank, the Agency of Lakin and Garden City, Farm Bureau Financial Services of Lakin, Nikki Harris, Flashbacks Diner of Lakin, Lakin Drug, Shelter Insurance, Glenn Wechter, the Golden Plains Credit Union, the Lakin Recreation Commission, and Pioneer Communications of Southwest Kansas. Kickoff of the Goodland Lakin football contest is not far off, so to the booth we go for the pregame with the voice of the Lakin Bronx, Mr. Brett Hendricks.
And a good Friday evening. Welcome to LakinSports.com, Lakin Bronx Sports YouTube. As the Bronx get set to battle the Goodland Cowboys here tonight in Lakin. After a tough road trip last week at Stratford, Texas, the Bronx return home to get set here this evening. A beautiful night for football here at Lakin. A cold front moved through this afternoon. Temperatures in the upper 60s when we got here, and a beautiful night for football. Breeze out of the north. It's a little chilly, but I think as the sun goes down, it's going to be a perfect night for football here on the turf in Lakin. The Bronx 1-1 on the season, Goodland 0-2. Looking forward to a good one here tonight. And here to call it for us tonight, the play-by-play voice of Bronx football and the mastermind behind LakinSports.com some 17 years ago, Mr. JDM.
Good evening, and I'm really looking forward to this tonight. Goodland kind of had a rough start for the year. Last week went three overtimes.
Yes.
Wow, that's you don't know if that's going to fire them up or if that's going to drain their battery. It'll be interesting to see tonight. Before we get to all of that, let's thank our pregame sponsor tonight, the Golden Plains Credit Union. Thank you very much.
Refinance your auto loan at Golden Plains Credit Union. You can lower your current auto loan rate by 2% with no payments for up to 90 days. Rates can be as low as 3.25% annual percentage rate. This offer applies to loans financed from another lender. Think of all the money you could be saving every month. This is a limited time offer, so stop by and ask about refinancing your auto loan today. Golden Plains Credit Union. Life with a touch of gold. Member NCUA.
And thank you very much, Golden Plains Credit Union, as well as all of our sponsors here on LakinSports.com. Your Lakin head coach interview tonight with Coach Bamberger is brought to you by Gwen Wechter Shelter Insurance.
A lot of action on the street today, huh, Willie?
Yep. Oh, check out the German V8.
Good car.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Ooh, 64 dream car.
At Shelter Insurance, we insure all your favorite rides.
Oh, classic convertible.
And have since 1946.
Sweet pickup. Hiya, Muggsy.
Yo.
From Hot Wheels to hybrids, we've got you covered.
Hey, mailman.
Love those shoes.
Hey, where you going?
Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
And we are back. You're pointing at something. What are you pointing at?
We're ready for our coach's interview.
Oh, that's right. We got it here. We got things, so we're both doing one here. I'm sorry. Here's Coach Bamberger and the one and only Mr. Brett Hendricks.
And welcome back to LakinSports.com. We continue the pregame tonight as the Bronx get set to battle the Goodland Cowboys. We're now joined by Bronx head coach Chris Bamberger. And, Coach, I had an opportunity to talk with the radio guy from Goodland yesterday in an interview that he's going to play in his pregame tonight. But one thing he said, through the Bronx first two games, it looked like a roller coaster. Week 1, Bronx hit on all cylinders. Week 2, really never got the car started.
Yeah, I mean, it was absolutely that. You know, you come off week 1 and feeling pretty good. Obviously a win, you know, and then we go down to Stratford and it was a pretty tough day, tough night. So yeah, it was definitely the highs and the lows of immediately in the first 2 weeks.
So if it's going to be a high and a low, now it's time for another high tonight.
I would take a high. I would certainly take a high over a low, Brett.
Exactly. Well, let's go back a year ago. The Bronx traveled to Goodland, and what a ball game that was last year. Goodland ended up winning that ball game 23-17, but that was one of those hard-fought games back and forth. Problem with the Bronx last year, they scored too early, and Goodland just had a little bit too much time to come back and score before the clock ran out.
Yeah, it was a good football game, and it's one of those that you're like, man, if you're on the winning side, you really feel good about it, because it's like those are fun games to be a part of. Obviously, when you lose, it doesn't feel very good, but we felt like, we did a lot of good things there, and we hated for that one to get away from us. We felt like the kids played hard and gave ourselves an opportunity to win. We just didn't close it out. We didn't finish, and they had a very, very sound attack. Yeah. And the Cure kid at quarterback was, he did a great job that last drive and working the ball down the field and punching it in.
Yeah, and he was a great quarterback, but I guess thankfully tonight he's not out there. He's at Fort Hays State University now, but still with like anybody else, Goodland rebuilds, just adds a new guy in. But Lakin, with a 3-year starter returning, I would like to think that Lakin right now would have the advantage with skills position and leadership, because Servando, we talk about him every year, but he just brings so much to the Bronx.
Well, he does. And, I think the kids, it's easy for the kids to notice. If you walked into the locker room and you said, guys, who's the hardest worker in here? There would be no question. All hands would be pointed, all fingers would be pointed at Serv. And, he's just done that. And he's done it so consistently. You see a lot of kids that are like, man, they work really hard for a while, or they come out of the gate early and they work hard. And that stamina for, I don't like to say grind, Brett, but that stamina for just pushing and working, it's easy to wear down. And Serv has shown a lot of stamina for that. And, his consistency, and, you just really trust a kid like that.
Exactly. Looking at the stats, and even looking back at last year, Alan Martinez was the lead back last year. Of course, him and Hunter Davis shared a lot of yardage, but Alan a year ago, an 800-yard running back, but this year, maybe it's been scheme, maybe it's been defense, but he's one of those that I look for him to get on track soon.
Yeah, we hope to get him on track soon. Obviously, it's, like you say, we've been the ups and the downs, and when you look back at Elkhart, we didn't run a lot of offensive snaps again, and so, we didn't really get him going much, and then it was tough to get anything going last week, and so he's another kid that, again, depending on how Goodland defends us tonight and what they choose to try to take away or go after, hopefully that's another senior that we can get involved, and obviously it's somebody that we're looking to and hope to, utilize.
And one of the things with that, too, Servando's leading the team in rushing right now. Unless that's the design scheme, I know you'd like to take a little bit of that wear and tear off of him.
Yeah. I say it's a long season. It happens fast. It's crazy. It's week 3, but
yes,
we do have, an 8-game, 9-game schedule that we have to prepare for, and you don't want to just beat a kid up early in the season. Obviously, we're going to have to, they're going to have to carry the ball a lot, but. Definitely something that we would like to share the ball around a little bit and, get all those guys, their yards and carries.
You say we're into week 3 already, and usually by week 3 you start seeing some wear and tear because the kids have worked all summer. They worked through the 100-degree practices leading up to the season. Now week 3 of battle, but still so far – still relatively healthy, now just probably playing some aches and pains.
Yeah, and those
and that's
kids.
Football.
Yeah, absolutely. Those kids, that's why they spend, I guess I'd like to think, in my head, that's why we spend so much time lifting weights. It's to build up that body armor for, the physical game that is football, and, obviously to stay healthy throughout the whole entire year. And so these guys have done that. There's been no question their commitment to the weight room and their commitment to the off season and the commitment to all those things. And so, yeah, they're going to play through some bumps and bruises and some aches and pains, but hopefully, obviously the adrenaline gets flowing and you forget about all those things when you get going.
Yeah, adrenaline can take away a lot of aches and pains, definitely. Your opponent tonight, Goodland, looks like a balanced attack. Their quarterback leads the team in rushing, but he also threw for 3 touchdowns in a loss against Norton last week. What's the defense? How do you look to defend him with a dual threat?
Oh gosh, so you'll see a similar attack that you would have seen a few years ago in Meade. The single wing offense, it's just a very big, powerful, get downhill, try to overwhelm you, crunch out, grind out a lot of, short yardage. And then when you get the guys coming up and defending the run, then you throw the ball behind them. And it's not unlike our concept as far as like we're going to try to run the ball a lot. That's what they do. And I've been real impressed. The quarterback can throw the ball pretty well, and he has thrown the ball around enough to definitely make you think, shoot, man, we can't commit everybody to stop the run because they've shown enough to make you nervous. And there's going to be some stuff that they'll do in the passing game that will affect us. And so, that's going to be a thing is we're just going to have to stay very consistent in our keys and beat blocks and gang tackle.
One of the things that, of course, Nate does and the school likes to do, a lot of great things, a lot of fun things for pregames. Tonight, it's going to be the rumble of the motorcycles. You went to Kansas State University, and I think that was probably the first time I ever heard of such a thing with that. But what is it like as a player when you get to run out and all those motorcycles are roaring?
It's so cool. I really can't describe it why it's such a cool feeling. But even as a coach, Brett, when we get to walk through that, I don't know.
I think we're okay. It's just dead in my headsets. Yeah, go ahead.
Even as a coach, that makes the hair on your neck stand up. And I remember as a player sitting in the locker room at K-State, it just sounded like just a roar, from outside. And it was, they had, I can't remember how many, motorcycles were around that field, but I don't know what it is, Brett, but it definitely gets your juices flowing. And it is a really cool feeling. And so that was something we had talked about several years ago is like, man, let's give our boys that opportunity to have it. And even, we don't have a lot of motorcycles show up, but even the ones that we do, they make a lot of noise, and it's a really cool thing. It
rumbles pretty good when they come in the road right below the press box here. But, like I said, that's something that Nate and the school make pregame an event as well. The ball game, of course, is the big event on Friday night, but there's a lot of different things that take place here previous, and I think that really adds to the atmosphere.
Yeah, and you know what? That Coach Schmidt, that's one of his many duties, and he does so many things, and I don't know. I'm so appreciative of all of the promoting that he does for our programs. He promotes so much, and he gets excitement around our programs, and that's something that he doesn't have to do. That probably wouldn't be on his duties list. When you apply for an AD job, and so it's something he does that we really appreciate.
Well, one of the things that's a lot different tonight, Coach, it's not 100 degrees. We had a cold front move through. Now we've got some football weather. If the wind had just died down, we finally have some football weather.
Yeah, it makes you think you might even get a jacket out. Like the kids were whining about it being cold. I'm like, guys, it's still 70 degrees.
Yes.
But it does have a little brisk, cool feel to the air.
Yeah. Well, it's a beautiful night. The motorcycles are going to roar here later, but perfect night for football. As always, Coach, thanks for taking the time to come up and visit with me. Best of luck tonight, and we will talk to you when we're done.
Thanks, Brett. We sure appreciate you.
You bet. It's our pleasure. That's Bronc head coach Chris Bamberger as the Broncs get set to battle the Goodland Cowboys tonight here in Lakin. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll continue with our pregame right here on LakinSports.com. Don't go away.
A lot of action on the street today, huh, Willie?
Yep. Oh, check out the German V8.
Good car.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Ooh, 64 dream car.
At Shelter Insurance, we insure all your favorite rides.
Oh, classic convertible.
And have since 1946.
Sweet pickup. Hiya, Muggsy.
Yo.
From Hot Wheels to hybrids, we've got you covered.
Hey, mailman.
Love those shoes.
Hey, where you going?
Shelter Insurance. Wear your shield. We're your shelter.
Thank you very much, Gwen Mector. We appreciate your support as always. Time now for your league outlook, and that's brought to you by the good folks at Pioneer Communications of Southwest Kansas.
They said this place was too isolated to call home. They said it was too remote to build a community. And then one day, a farmer strung a copper wire from one fence post to another and changed everything. We didn't build the communities of Southwest Kansas. No, we just brought them together.
Full slate of games in the High Plains League last week and as well this week. Here's some scores from week 2 around the High Plains League. Southwestern Heights hosted Texoma, and the Red Devils of Texoma defeated the Mustangs by the score of 19-6. Elkhart, a 1-point winner over Syracuse, defeating the Bulldogs 14-13. Stanton County all over Sublette, 42-16. Wichita County fell on the short end of one to Waukene-Trigo County, losing that game in 8-man action, 76-28. And, of course, our game last week, you saw it right here from Stratford, Texas. Stratford Elks 54 and Lakin 0. Here's some games going on around the area tonight. Southwestern Heights 1-1 on the season. They are at the 1-1 Holcomb Longhorns. Another contest of 1-1 opponents. Syracuse travels to Stanton County. Elkhart 1-1 on the season as well. They host Conway Springs. Conway Springs comes in 1-1. That starts district play in Class 1A Division football. Sublette 0-2. They travel to Sedgwick to battle the, I think they're Cardinals, and they are 2-0 on the season. In 8-man action, Wichita County 1-1. They travel to Hill City. They are 2-0. Hill City, they're the Ringnecks. Ringnecks. And in our game here tonight, right here on Lakin Bronx Sports YouTube, Goodland 0-2, and the Bronx come in 1-1. That's what's going on around the High Plains League, brought to you by Pioneer Communications of Southwest Kansas.
They said this place was too isolated to call home. They said it was too remote to build a community. And then one day, a farmer strung a copper wire from one fence post to another and changed everything. We didn't build the communities of Southwest Kansas. No, we just brought them together.
And a big thank you to Pioneer Communications. Been with us for a long time, and we truly appreciate it. This week at Lakin High School, that's being brought to you by the Stampede. Stampede is the name now of what used to be the
Bronkbackers.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they do a lot, not only for the sports and athletics, a lot of things for the school, and great supporters of Lakin High School, and of course Lakin itself. So,
and they support Lakin LakinSports.com as well.
Yes.
Big supporters of what we do. Here's what's going on at Lakin High School last Saturday, and I don't have any results other than team results. Saturday, the cross-country team traveled to Tribune, and the girls and boys teams both finishing second in the Greeley County Invitational. This past Monday, volleyball here at Lakin lost both matches, losing to Goodland and Scott City. Lady Bronx a short turnaround on Tuesday. They traveled to Southwestern Heights for a High Plains League quadrangular, and they swept Syracuse and Southwestern Heights, but lost to Wichita County in 3 sets. The Wichita County loss does not count against High Plains League standings because Lakin and Wichita County met here in Lakin 1 week ago, and Lakin got that win. Golf was at Ulysses on Tuesday. Allie Mead finished as 15th medalist. Tomorrow, cross country travels to Hugoton for the Hugoton Invitational. Next Monday, JV football travels to Goodland while the girls golf team travels to Colby. Next Tuesday, volleyball, a High Plains League quadrangular at Syracuse. And next Thursday, cross country is at Larned. So that's what's going on at Lakin High School. We'll keep you posted. And that is brought to you by the Stampede. If you're not a member, become one. They do a lot of great things for Lakin High School, not just athletics, but activities.
Yes, and thank you very much. Time now for your starting lineups and keys to the game, brought to you by Lakin Dairy and Lakin Hay.
Fred Ripsema established the Lakin Dairy in 1997 and is now a leading producer of high-quality milk for human consumption. The Lakin Dairy is proud to be a big part of the Kearney County economy and community. With fantastic, dedicated, and hard-working employees, the Lakin Dairy prospers in the heart of, as Fred calls it, the Midwest Feed Shed. Always supporting the Lakin High School students, the Lakin Dairy, a verified premium operation, is honored to call Kearney County home at lakindairy.com on the internet.
And we are back, and Brett's getting ready with the starting lineups here tonight. And I think he's ready. Ready, set, go.
Motorcycles are cranking up. The Broncs are on their way to the tunnel, but we don't have a camera to move the camera to the entrance. So, you know what? You'll see them run by, and I can't get up there quick enough to do anything about it. So we're just going to go with our starting lineups, and hopefully the camera girl shows up soon. So that's all we got. That's all we can do, I guess. Let's look at the starting lineups. First for Goodland. Starting at center, number 76, Witten Peter. Wearing number 65 at right guard, Harrison Bend. Wearing number 62 at right tackle, Jackson Griffith. Wearing number 64 at left guard, Ganson Miller. Wearing number 70 at left tackle, Dexter Doddle. At at wide receiver, wearing number 17 is Devontae Hardy. Wearing number 10 at tight end, Maverick Spresser. At wingback, at center, wearing number 65 is Omar Gonzalez. At right tackle, Darian Edgington. Edgington wears number 58. The left guard is Eden White. Eden is not listed on our program, but I believe he wears number 72. At right tackle is Cedar Brown. Cedar Brown wearing number 52. And on the left side tackle, Caden Mings wearing number 64. The wideouts for the Broncs wearing number 1, Maddox Beltran, and wearing number 20, Curtis Bean. The fullback for Lakin wearing number 22 is Alan Martinez. The slot back wearing number 15, Colter Oldham. Another slot back wearing number 11 is Connor Hudson. And at quarterback is number 3, Servando Gonzalez. The coaches for the Broncs, Chris Bamberger, Chris Pollard, Travis Johnson, Wyatt Giroux, and Bryce Simon. I think we might be getting ready for our national anthem, but our starting lineups brought to you by Lakin Hay, and they are also the sponsor of our Keys to the Game. And we have to be careful.
Yes.
If they play a recorded national anthem, we have to be careful that we don't play it over the air because of copyright infringements, and I don't have permission to run copyrighted music. And it is going to be copyrighted. So we're going to just take a timeout, and we will be back in just a few minutes.
Red Ripsimo established the Lakin Dairy in 1997 and is now a leading producer of high-quality milk for human consumption. The Lakin Dairy is proud to be a big part of the Kearney County economy and community. With fantastic, dedicated, and hard-working employees, the Lakin Dairy prospers in the heart of, as Fred calls it, the Midwest Feed Shed. Always supporting the Lakin High School students, the Lakin Dairy, a verified premium operation, is honored to call Kearney County home at lakindairy.com on the internet.
This activity is being brought to you by this station, its advertisers, and member schools of the Kansas State High School Activities Association. No rebroadcast in whole or in part may be made without the written permission of the Kansas State High School Activities Association. And we caught the tail end of our national anthem. Like I said, I know that's copyrighted music, but you know what? I hate it to where we get written up or get warned because it's the national anthem.
Yeah,
you know, that's unfortunate. I understand the rules, but that's unfortunate. But nonetheless, that's the rules, and we've got to live by them.
Yep,
and what do you say we get things started here? Let's go. Our pregame has been brought to you by the Golden Plains Credit Union of Lakin, and we'll be back right after this.
Refinance your auto loan at Golden Plains Credit Union. You could lower your current auto loan rate by 2% with no payments for up to 90 days. Rates can be as low as 3.25% annual percentage rate. This offer applies to loans financed from another lender. Think of all the money you could be saving every month. This is a limited time offer, so stop by and ask about refinancing your auto loan today. Golden Plains Credit Union. Life with a touch of gold. Member NCUA.
And thank you very much. We're about ready for kickoff. Your first quarter brought to you by the Kearney County Bank and the Garden City State Bank.
Home improvements that have had to wait. The dream vacation your family deserves. even college tuition. Garden City State Bank can help you make it all happen now, not someday. With a home equity line of credit, you can borrow up to 90% of the value of your home, and the interest may be tax deductible. Plus, there are no closing costs, no application fees, and no annual fees. A fast, easy, convenient home equity line of credit from Garden City State Bank, a branch of the Kearney County Bank. Subject to credit approval, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
And a big thank you to the Kearney County Bank, one of the original sponsors for Lakin Bronx Sports YouTube and LakinSports.com. We're going to change it up tonight. We've got a sideline announcer, and Jared Hendricks will do our sideline announcing for us tonight. And Jared, hey, do me a quick favor if you can hear us. Check with the managers on the sideline to see if we've got a camera girl coming up.
Yeah, I could do that. Hey, and by the way, you can leave my mic on. I'll make sure I turn mine on and off just so then
okay,
we don't have any issues.
Well, we'll know if you're on, so we can always turn it down if we need to.
Yeah,
so,
hold on.
Okay.
I'll ask right quick.
Okay.
I've been informed someone's up there already.
Okay, I just haven't seen it move yet, so
okay.
I just wondered.
Okay.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, always something going on.
I know,
A surprise
yeah.
or two every game. That's fun of doing things live here with high school football.
Well,
they have the coin toss out on the Bronx. And I got to comment again, what a beautiful football field. Last week down in Stratford, Texas, they just had the lines across the field and didn't even have hash marks hardly anywhere. And only one set of markers on the sidelines to see where the yards were. And it was kind of like,
well,
who's got the button?
And you know what? And I'm not going to talk about their field because that's what they have.
Right.
You know, but the thing about it is, this field is going to spoil a lot of people.
Spoiled me already, and that was my point.
Me too. It has spoiled so many people already, and it will for many years to come. You know, the thing about it is, I mean, that's, you know, Stratford had a nice facility.
Yeah.
It just was hard to see the lines and different things like that. But you know what? Hey,
I think
it's all good.
Might be called home field advantage.
Yeah, maybe.
You know.
All right. Jared, how we doing?
Hey, I think we're doing good down here. I mean,
Goodland won the toss, and they will receive. We're about set to go. Jared, just stay out of the action.
Yeah. Hey, I think I'm a little bit more nimble, so I think I'll be able to get out of the action.
Okay.
And guess what? If not, whoever comes my way is going to get a nice little hit stick back.
Okay, just stay back from the sideline as much as you can.
Oh, yeah, I'll try my best.
Okay. So it'd be a little different running a sideline mic tonight, but I think it kind of adds to it. We're going to try something at halftime with it, too.
Yeah, we used to do it. We had a good time with it and haven't for a few years. Lakin's going to kick. They're going to defend the east goal, east-west field. Goodland will receive, and they will be defending the west goal. We have a north wind tonight. Flags whipping around pretty good, 25 to 30 miles per hour. But, of course, Goodland, no big deal to them. That's the windiest spot in the state of Kansas, so they're used to the wind. I don't think it should have much of an effect on the teams.
Okay,
nice
so
night
far
for
our
football.
camera's not moving.
No, there's nobody on that camera.
There we go. Hey, there it goes. There it goes. It's moving.
Well, what do you know?
All right, we're good to go. I always get nervous. I want to see that thing move during the pregame.
I do, too.
Kicking off.
I want to see the teams coming in.
Idor Curto.
Itor, watch this. Folks, if you haven't seen this, if he gets a hold of it, it'll go out of the back of the end zone. Exchange student up to the ball, kicks it, and he drives that one back into the end zone.
Touchback.
That was more of a line drive kick that time. Usually gets more air under him. But that'll be a touchback, 1st and 10 for the Goodland Cowboys. So Goodland's kind of had a rough start to the year. Lost in that triple overtime last week. First week they played Ray, Colorado, and got beat. And of course, Ray was in the playoffs last year in the state of Colorado. So imagine that was a good football team also. So let's see what happens. Looks like they're just going to pull everybody in tight. A little bit of a wide receiver to the left. Looks like they got a big tight end there to the left also. Quarterback snap into the backfield. Nothing going. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Good hustle in there, and somebody blew a gap. And I think that was
Omar Gonzalez on the stop. No, that was Draven Shavira.
Okay.
Draven Shavira on the stop. Good penetration right off the bat for the Bronx on defense.
Absolutely. Good job there. So they lost about 2 yards. We'll call it, yard and a half. We'll call it 2nd down and 11. Also notice they have a countdown clock, a play clock in the end zones now. Quarterbacks can see those, which is also a great addition.
Here they come in that wing. Waiting for the snap. Snap to the man on the left. Handoff coming up the middle, and not much there. Got about 3 yards maybe out of that. Good pursuit to the ball by Lakin. And
Mason.
one of them in on the stop for Lakin. That was Connor Hudson.
Mason Hernandez on the stop, on the carry for Goodland. Mason, a big game last week. 6 carries for 100 yards. He scored 3 touchdowns. He had 101 yards on the ground last week. And he also had a big day through the air. 6 catches, 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. So
Wow.
a big night last week, over 200 total yards for Mason Hernandez. But a long 3rd and 8 for for Goodland here.
So Goodland in that single wing. Now going to change things. They might snap it to the halfback. They might snap it to the quarterback. And we've got a timeout on the field.
Delay a game.
Delay a game already. So Goodland will back up 5. Boy, they were up the line of scrimmage in plenty of time. I was kind of surprised by that.
Cole Linton tried to change the play, and play clock just ran out.
That's going to give them 2nd and 13 now. They're going to split trip receivers.
3rd and 13.
3rd and 13. They're going to split the receivers out. Wide to the right, twins to the right, and twins to the left. Quarterback's the only one in the backfield. On the snap, drops back, looking across the middle, has a receiver, and it's intercepted by Lakin at the 34. Down to the 30, still on his feet, down to the 26-yard line. Went through the hands of the Goodland receiver, and who got the pick there?
Maddox Beltran with the pick. Just went through the hands of the receiver for the Cowboys. Tough break for them, but a great break for the Bronx. 1st and 10 from the Goodland 26-yard line.
That's the way you want to start a game. You know, Big Mo, you can get Big Mo going early, you're in good shape. So the ball's about the 26-yard line of Goodland after the interception. Ball's between the hash mark. It'll be 1st and 10 for Lakin. So Lakin splits the receiver to the right, one to the left. Servando Gonzalez under center. On the snap, turn around, handoff, and flag goes before they ever hit the line of scrimmage.
Goodland
That's going to be
jumped.
offside against Goodland.
Goodland jumped.
So we don't have the weights of these kids anymore. They used to put on how tall they were and what they weighed. So as we look at Goodland, Goodland's got a couple really big kids on the left side of that defensive line. So I don't know how big they are, what they weigh, but they're good-sized boys. So here comes Lakin in the double wing, wide out to the right. Man in motion, starts, comes back, pitch to the right side, looking for the corner, and not much there, down close to the 20.
Going to get 1 out of it. Connor Hudson on the sweep. And on the stop was Mason Hernandez and Manny Gonzalez for Goodland.
And Lakin defended that, Goodland defended that quite well. So it's going to be 2nd down now, and we'll go Tom Bachman on the clock. 2nd down and 5. 9:40 left in the first quarter. If you're just joining us, no score so far. Snap, handoff up the middle, and there's another flag.
Lakin in motion this time.
The illegal procedure, I think, is going to go against Lakin. I think he handed that to Allen. We're going to have Allen run the ball, Allen Martinez. So it's going to back him up to the start of the first start of the marker. So it's going to be 2nd 10. 2nd and 10. Ball at the 26, close to the right hash mark. Split them out wide left and wide right for Lakin. Double wing formation, man in motion coming my way. Turn around to hand off to Alan Martinez, and Goodland was there before the ball was.
Nothing doing up the middle that time for Martinez. Leading the way was Dexter Dottle for Goodland, but Goodland's inside defense, their nose tackle and the 2 defensive tackles were really bunched up tight up the middle that time. Alan Martinez is one of the running backs I would love to see him get going.
Me too.
Had 800 yards rushing last year, nearly 800 yards, and he was exciting to watch, and they haven't got that running game going with Allen.
So it's 3rd down and 11 now. Wide receivers, twins to the left, man in motion going left, pitch to the left side, looking upfield. He has some room. He's got the 1st and 10, still
There's
on his
Allen.
feet. And Touchdown.
There's Alan Martinez carrying the football.
Wow, what a strong play there. A couple of guys tried to arm tackle him. You're not going to arm tackle Allen. I'll guarantee you that. So it'll be time for the conversion. And the kicker, once again, is Altor Curto. Idor? Excuse me.
Itor
that is
Curto.
an I. And it is good. So with 8:26 left here in the first quarter, Lakin's on the board. Extra point was good, 7-0. They capitalized on that intercepted pass out about the 26. So that's what you got to do. If you get a break like that, take advantage of it, get it into the end zone.
Great job by the Bronx defense to get the early turnover. The Bronx took them 4 plays to get it, but they got into the end zone. Alan Martinez with the run, and like I said earlier, it'd be nice if you see Alan get started, and got on track with that 26-yard run, broke a couple tackles up that left sideline, was able to score.
Yeah, you're going to have to square up to Allen to get him down. You can't reach out and try to arm tackle him because he's just that kind of a runner. So Lakin will kick it off again. Aitor Curto, exchange student, will kick the ball off.
Actually, it's Itor.
What did I say?
Ador. It's Idor. I saw it written down for the
Itor,
public.
the A is silent.
Yeah, I looked at the public address announcer's cheat sheet.
So there's no A, it's Itor.
Itor.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you very much. Here's Itor, kick, and that's high up. Going to drop just about the 1-yard line and go into the end zone. So, that's a weapon in a way when you got a kicker that the team doesn't have a chance to return the kickoffs.
Well, and it's going to set up your defense in good field position and pin them back at their 20-yard line. Thing about that one, though, that one hit just outside the end zone. Goodland's receivers just kind of gave up on it.
Right.
That ball hits at the 1 yard and decides to do a golf spin and come back.
Yep.
I like Lakin's chances with that. That's something I saw there. You really don't want to give up on that that early.
No. On the snap, Goodland, a little misdirection in the backfield to the line of scrimmage and met out at about the 22, 23-yard line by a wall of purple.
Alan Martinez leading the way there. Trying to get a number for Goodland. Yellow letters on the white jerseys, but carrying it was Mason Hernandez. And like I said, Hernandez with a huge game last week in that loss against Norton. He ends up getting 3 on that carry.
So it'll be 2nd down and 7. The ball is at the 23-yard line. Just tuned in. Lakin ahead 7-0. First possession they scored. I'll spit it out. Man in motion, and I don't know what happened there.
Goodland jumped. Lakin's clapping.
I think the center just snapped the ball too quick, didn't he? I can't quite figure out what that was about. A bunch of them moved. They just had a little, I don't know what happened. So it's going to back them up now. It's going to be 2nd down and 12. The ball on the 23-yard line of Goodland. So Goodland just backing themselves up. Wide receivers out to the left. Quarterback in the backfield by himself. Man coming across. Snap. Fake the handoff. Roll to the right. Looks downfield. Lakin in pursuit. Lets one go. And up they go. And, oh, man, Lakin almost had that one, too.
Lakin had 3 defenders back with only 2 Goodland receivers. But Cole Linton had to get rid of it. He had pressure coming from that far side, and he just had to throw it up. But Lakin had the guys there. Just couldn't quite bring it in.
If he'd had another yard or so on that ball, they might have caught that. So it's going to bring up 3rd down now. And 12 to go here from Lakin on the new turf field. Wide receivers to the left. They have a flanker and a wide receiver to the left, wide receiver to the right. Running back in the backfield with quarterback snap. He's going to roll around. Lakin in hot pursuit and gets thrown down. And who got him and putting the pressure on him, forced him to throw that.
Incomplete pass, and that was Jeremy Orpeza on the pressure.
Yep.
Linton with the rollout to the left. But Lakin's defense that time was almost perfect. They had great coverage, and Linton had nowhere to go with it and basically got hit as he tried to unload it.
So Goodland going to have to punt it away again on a 4th and 12. Looks like the kicker will be standing at about the 5-yard line. Waiting for the snap. Low snap. And he was thinking about it. Kicked up, kind of a high one. It's going to drop in. Coaches are yelling, get away from it. And it rolls down to about the 48-yard line of Goodland on the right hash mark. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Lakin.
So the Broncs in good field position to start this second drive of the contest. That was interesting to watch Mason Hernandez with that punt. You see that a lot in college now, where a lot of punters punt it on the run anymore. You don't ever see just the straight 2-step punt anymore. That's not Australian style. Australian rules football, that's how they kick it. Waiting on the snap now. Servando Gonzalez under center, turnaround handoff coming to the right side into the pile. Dives forward for 2 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Connor Hudson on the carry, picks up 2 yards for the Broncs. And our sideline announcer down. What are you seeing down there? Is Lakin getting off the ball pretty good from where you're looking?
I mean, from what I'm seeing down here, the coaches are pleased with what they're doing on offense and defense, but there's still a little bit of tenacity from the coaches, wanting them to do a little bit more than probably what they're given. But, I mean, that's about every coach out there.
Gonzalez on the run to the left, lowers his shoulder, and got to give that Goodland kid credit. He got whacked pretty hard, but he hung on to the ankle. Gonzalez is going to lose a couple yards on that play, but was looking to run the option, but there was no blocking out in front. So I don't know if that was supposed to be a naked boot option, but there was nobody out there to help, and Servando just basically had to try to make the best out of it. Going to lose 2 yards, and it's going to be 3rd down and 10. 3rd and 10. See what Lakin can do. Goodland's defensive lines look pretty big, and they're pretty speedy, actually. Pretty fast kids. So the double wing wideouts to the right. Twins snap. Drops back. Gonzalez looking. Throws one up in the air. Has a receiver downfield, number 15, and it is intercepted by Goodland down at the 18-yard line. And that was intercepted by number 13. That is Manny Gonzalez for the Goodland Cowboys. That ball slipped out of Servando's hands. I think it did too. That thing was a wobbly duck as soon as he let it go, but I think he was going to look for Maddox Beltran more than he was looking at Colter Oldham on the near side, Jared.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. I mean, I think it was one of those things. He was caught in between 2 receivers, and with the late throw, it wasn't a great spiral, and I mean, it was just a little bit miscommunication there. Goodland with a big shift on offense. Snap, roll to the right. Looking for the corner and gets drugged down. Maybe made a yard, maybe 2 off of that. That's about it. Linton maybe a yard on that play. Looking who made the tackle. Looks like Alan Martinez coming away there, but I think Omar Gonzalez was on the. But they set their offense up and then shifted everybody to the right. And did you know your mic cord is laying on your mic? Maybe that's why it keeps falling down. I'm thinking, why is that thing? I guess I messed with that. Okay, here we go. Let's see on 2nd down and 8. Goodland with the ball into the pile and spin around and out to about the 31, maybe 2-yard line on 2nd down play for Goodland. I kept wondering why my mic kept falling down. And I couldn't hear myself. It's like, what the? Well, I saw it, and I thought, well, maybe you hung it up there to get it out of the road. Then I saw you going, well, why is my mic moving? You saw that a long time ago, and you just didn't want to tell me. I didn't. You're the boss. I thought maybe you had something new going on with that wire. Well, I had something new going on, but I couldn't figure it out. 3rd down and 2 on the 26-yard line of Goodland. Snap, and he mishandles the ball. And he got back on it, I think. Boy, almost gave that away. He was chasing that. It was rolling across the ground. So that's going to bring up 4th down for Goodland. And they're going to have to punt it away. Servando Gonzalez goes back deep. So loss of a couple yards on that play brings up 4th and 4. So the Lakin defense holds after the Lakin turnover. Goodland has quite a few mistakes tonight early in this game. You know, penalties on the line and right there just mishandled that ball on the snap. Cole Linton just dropped that ball in and nobody on him. Yeah. Waiting for the snap at about the 12-yard line. This time he doesn't run, just kind of pooch kicks it out there. Servando says, I'll take it on the bounce. Let's see if I can go somewhere. Oh, and he had some room, I think. Good defensive play there for Goodland.
Well, Servando was going to need some luck to get past that first defender there, but once he would have gotten past them, he might have had clean sailing.
Manny Gonzalez did the ankle tackle there. Manny's gone all over the place for Goodland. So the ball's going to be on the right hash mark at the 43. I just love to see him being able to see the hash marks and the lines on the field is marvelous. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Lakin. If you just joined us, 3:39 left in the first quarter. It is Lakin 7 and the Cowboys from Goodland 0. Double wing, wide out to the left. Man in motion going to the left. Servando keeps the ball off the left side. And, fumbles it. He turned sideways and somebody got a helmet on that ball. And I think Goodland came out with it. Did Lakin come out with it?
Got it back.
Wow.
Caden Mings with the recovery saved the Bronx there.
He turned sideways a little bit to try to slide through 2 defenders, and somebody got a helmet on that ball, I think. Wow. Lucky break there for the Lakin Bronx. It'll be 2nd down now. 2 yards to go. The ball's going to be on the 49-yard line of Goodland.
And the clock is rolling, and I didn't start it, so I apologize. I'm going to run it down real quick.
3, 2, 1 on the play clock. Snap, handoff right up the middle, and I think he's going to get it.
Alan Martinez right up the guts, going to fall across the line to gain, down to the 46-yard line and pick up a Bronx first down.
Kid's got strong legs. He just keeps driving when he gets into those piles. He doesn't quit churning those legs, and he just pushes the pile about every time for a yard or 2 extra. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Lakin. Ball at the Goodland 46, about in the middle of the field. Of course, Lakin in the purple and gold tonight. The Cowboys in the white and black with the gold numbers.
Goodland with a contingent, what is that, a group of people? Is that a contingent?
Contingency.
Yeah. Here to check out the turf tonight. Goodland looking to do the very same thing at their facility in Goodland. They're looking to get Mammoth Sports Construction and maybe go artificial turf in Goodland as well.
That was Alan Martinez. He picked up 1, 2, 3, 5, 4 yards, 5 yards.
Yeah, going to be 2nd down and 6. Gain of 4, but a group from Goodland. I'll just say group, contingent.
Supporters.
I don't. That's what happens when I try to use big words. No comment down there, Jared. I see you smiling.
On the snap, drops back, looking to pass. Screen pass to the left and over through the receiver. But Goodland, they picked that up really well. Mason Hernandez was out there on the intended receiver. So that screen pass wasn't going to go very far anyway because he was right there. It's going to bring up 3rd down now and 6, ball on the 42-yard line of Goodland.
I like the idea. Goodland had defenders there. The lead blockers for that screen play did not get out in front.
Yeah.
The defenders were out in front of them, and that play, if Allen made anything out of that, it would just been on sheer ability.
And it was a good heads-up play by the Goodland defender, too. So here we go on 3rd down. Snap, handoff straight up the middle, and Martinez with the ball.
Nothing doing.
I don't think he got anything.
Gain on him.
Pretty much nothing. And so it's going to be 4th down now for Lakin. 6 yards to go.
Looks like Lakin's going to maybe go for it. Nope, they're going to drop Omar back.
Yep. And your kicker, I sound like Mr. Haney there, Omar Gonzalez. Omar is actually the center on offense, also the punter. Kind of a rare combination right there. Waits for the snap, a little bit low, kicks it. Ooh, almost got a hand on it. A nice end-over-end kick. Nice roll for Lakin. Picked up at about the 8 by Goodland. And still on his feet on a nice effort on the return for Goodland. And that was Mason Hernandez, the wingback. He's a junior. So he did a nice job getting some extra yards there. That was just from hustle.
And Lakin missed a couple tackles, or they would have got him at the 10-yard line.
Yep. So he's out at the 17-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. We got 50 seconds left here in the first quarter. Boy, this went by pretty fast.
Goodland deep in their own territory to start this drive, but Goodland has not been outside their 25-yard line to start any drive tonight.
They haven't been, 40s furthest they got up the field. Snap, direct snap to the backfield. Man coming around the right side, spins and goes down. Somebody from Lakin come up and got him, took his feet out from under him.
Bryson Waters on the carry. That was Curtis Beam that came up and just submarined the legs.
Yep.
So 2nd down and 9 for Goodland.
Here goes Goodland on the snap. Direct snap, coming to the left side and gets ran down from behind. And trying to see the number, who running down from behind.
I didn't catch the number running him down from behind, but Maddox Beltran coming off the pile, and that's the end of the first quarter. Man, tell you what, that quarter went by pretty quick.
Absolutely. So, into the first quarter, it's Lakin 7, Goodland 0. Your first quarter been brought to you by the Kearney County Bank and the Garden City State Bank.
When you choose a bank, you're investing your trust in a group of people who will be handling your hard-earned money. You look to them for expertise in financing your dream home and your teenager's first car, purchasing farm equipment, or expanding your business. At Kearney County Bank, we're invested in a community we believe in. Let us be your choice in community banking. Visit KearneyCountyBank.com or come by 221 North Main Street in Lakin, or Garden City State Bank, a branch of the Kearney County Bank, 1910 East Marion, Garden City, and see what our staff can do for you. The Kearney County Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
And thank you very much for your help and support over the years. Your second quarter tonight brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services.
At Farm Bureau, we make it easy to protect the important things, like your home, family, and future.
I'm Farm Bureau Agent Nikki Harris in Lakin, and I make insurance simple. One policy lets you combine and save when you protect your home, cars, motorcycle, all your toys. And one deductible can cover everything if you have a loss. I can show you how simple insurance can be. Contact me, Nikki Harris, your local Farm Bureau agent today.
Farm Bureau makes insurance simple.
Thank you very much, Farm Bureau and Nikki Harris. We appreciate your support also. So they're switching ends of the field. It will be 3rd down and 4 to go. And Lakin kind of getting going here. On the snap. Well, Goodland doing one of their shift things again.
Student body right.
Yep, student body right. Here they come. Lakin's right. Oh, somebody just tagged him.
I think he's going to fall forward for the 1st and 10. That was Alan Martinez coming down the line. Connor Hudson. I don't know which one got there first, but.
Oh, they tagged him.
Quite a hit. But it's going to be enough for a 1st down for Goodland.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Goodland. Ball out at the 29-yard line. Go Tom Bachman on his scoreboard here. Tom's one of the better scoreboard operators we run into. Sometimes, never mind. Well, we got a good scoreboard operator here. Ball toward the right hash mark. It's 1st and 10 for Goodland. The ball on their own 29. Snap, roll to the left, looking to pass. He got a man wide open down the middle of the field, and he didn't see
underthrew it.
And he underthrew it, intercepted by Lakin to the 45, the 40. Man, a block was put on there, and that's going to be a flag against Lakin.
Curtis Beam with the interception. He's going to give Lakin great field position, but there's nothing wrong with that block, but it's a blindside block.
Right.
So those are not allowed anymore.
No. And he lit him up. Whoever hit him lit him up.
And I didn't catch the number. I think it might have been Omar. But, that's the bad thing about it. And it might have been Allen, too. I'm not real sure. But, the thing about it is that's just a tough break. But I understand why they do that. That blindside block, he's defenseless. And
the interception will stay. Lakin will have the ball.
It'll be Lakin football.
Boy, I just saw him out of the corner of my eye light him up.
You can see it coming.
Yeah, and I went, that's not going to be good. And about then the flags came out.
Yep.
That's just one of those plays that happen once in a while.
So instead of having the ball at the Goodland 29-yard line, the Bronx start at their 40-yard line. Still good
like
starting position.
I like that rule. I really do.
I don't mind it. I really don't. I understand why it's in effect.
Sure. Protect the kid. On the snap, handoff up the middle, and is that Allen again?
Allen Martinez up the middle.
So he's going to pick up a couple of yards.
Bring up 2nd down and 8. Jared, did you ever get a chance to do a block like that? I don't even think he's out there.
He left us already.
Hey, he must have went for a hot dog.
Went for a hot dog or had to go to use the facilities.
Yeah, I had to go use the facilities right quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. We'll forgive you.
Okay, we're on the internet. I guess nobody cares. Nobody minds, I guess.
And off right side. Not much there. Big stop in there by Goodland.
Servando tried to keep it up the middle, and going to be no gain on the play. He's going to bring up 3rd down and 8. I'll tell you what, I hate this down and distance slider on this. I like the scoreboard aspect of this. I hate this. I wish I could just give me a number and let me type it in.
Yep, I agree. It's going to be 3rd down now for Lakin. They aren't moving the ball very well in this possession after the interception and the penalty. So it's 3rd down and 8. Ball at the pretty close to it's between 42 and 43. On the snap, Servando Gonzalez rolls out, pass, and just overthrew his intended receiver. And that was Maddox Beltran, and he was wide open, just overthrew him. And throwing on the run is tough to do.
Yeah, it is. And Servando had pressure in his face. He actually got hit as he threw by Mason Hernandez, but had Maddox, great route, wide open in that flat, just past midfield, which would have been enough for a 1st down.
So Lakin will punt it away again.
Servando comes over to talk to Coach Wyatt Giroux, but I just don't see that Lakin's going to go for it at this point of the field, and they're not going to.
No, they got Omar Gonzalez back to punt again. And back deep at the 20 for Goodland. Oh, he's a long ways back there. Waiting on the snap. Kick is up. Nice little spiral punt's going to drop. Take a Lakin bounce. Still rolling. And they're going to down that at about the 15-yard line. Or 25-yard line. Excuse me. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Goodland as they're going to try to put a drive together. They really haven't been able to put much together so far tonight.
Bronx defense has done a great job. Goodland with only 1 1st down thus far, but the Bronx with 2 turnovers, but they've just not been able to capitalize. They capitalized on the first interception, but since then, the defense of Goodland has stepped up. The Bronx offense has stalled.
Right. So here comes Goodland with their big shift from left to right. Handoff, they're going to go the other direction and met right at the line of scrimmage and just put him right back. Trying to fake it to the right like everybody was going there. A little misdirection, handed to the left side, and Lakin just did not buy into it at all.
Manny Gonzalez with that inside counter. Bronx defense ready for it. 2nd down and 9.
Made it be about a yard. That was it. So Goodland now comes out over the ball. Lakin, they've got 5 guys on the line of scrimmage waiting for the snap. And I don't even know where the ball went. There it is. They were doing some fancy stuff in the backfield there and didn't work. I totally lost track of the ball.
No, they had a wide receiver in motion from the left side. That was Manny Gonzalez, and Linton with the fake just bellied it up the middle, and Bronx defense was ready for it. No gain, 3rd and 9.
So good defense by Lakin.
I didn't catch who made the tackle, but good defense to hold him to no gain.
There's a bunch of purple there.
And we've said it over the years. It's always hard to pick out who makes the tackle for Lakin because there's so many purple shirts swarming to the football.
Snap, rolling out, looking to pass the ball. Has a receiver open at the 40, and he bounces it and caught it. Down the sideline he goes. He's still on his feet, never stepped out. Going to cut it across the green, and finally falls down. A good catch and run by Manny Gonzalez, the wingback. He's just a sophomore for Goodland. That was a nice catch and run.
That's where Manny Gonzalez had a good game Mason Hernandez had the good game last week.
That was quite a catch and run. So the biggest play of the night, first time they've been in Lakin territory, I believe, all night.
Lakin had a defender short and a defender deep, but Linton able to place it where he needed to.
Roll out the left side, and down he goes, and that was Cole Linton. Call him the quarterback. Big gain on first down.
Lakin's going to call timeout, and right now Lakin is not happy with what their defense is doing.
No. So they've got a timeout on the field. It makes, just watching this, when you're on artificial turf, kind of makes a different game out of it a little bit. Looks to me like the kids are a little quicker. And
it quickens the game for
yeah,
sure.
It's faster game. They don't have to worry about any ruts or things like that. And, yeah.
Jared, would you have been able to run a 5.6 40 on this stuff?
Yeah, I think
or 7.5 or something.
I think in high school I ran a 5 flat 40.
Well, I think when I was in high school I could have ran a 9.8 on this turf.
Yeah. Well, see, back then when JD played, they timed with a sundial.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, that's the difference. We had a thing we had to put our hand down on, and as soon as you lifted your hand from that when you left, that started the timer, and as soon as you crossed the laser, that's when it stopped.
Well, that's fancy stuff.
Yeah, so that's what they all use nowadays. So, I mean, yeah, like I said, I think I got to 5, but hey, I'll take what I can get. I'm no Tyreek Hill for 4.2, 4.1. So, hey,
yeah,
I'll take what I can get.
Yeah.
Now nowadays, that's a different story. We might have to ask Coach Bam for those results.
We're going back to like 6 seconds nowadays. You've been out for a while?
I'd say maybe 5,
it's
6.
Second down on the field and about 1 yard to go.
Maybe 5, 7. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, we'll see.
Snap. Right side, still on his feet, has the 1st and 10 and some change down close to the 15.
Bryson Waters on the carry. Connor Hudson on the stop for the Bronx. Going to be a 1st down.
So they're going to move the stakes. Down the field they go.
So good drive for Goodland this possession. Their offense has made some adjustments.
On the snap, quarterback keeper rolls to the left, and that was a planned play. And around the left side he goes and gets down close to the stake, and he gets clobbered out of bounds.
Wow, whoever hit, I'm going to try to get that number, got the hit out of bounds, and I mean just carried him. Clean play. I think that's Jeremy Orpeza.
Yeah, he was right there.
Great play on the sideline.
When he first hit him, he was just right there on the sideline and carried him back over a couple yards. So it's going to be 2nd down now, and about, what do we say, about 3 yards
about
to go.
2.
About 2.
Yep.
So Goodland now has the team stacked to the left. Quarterback is direct snap, and there's just nowhere to go there, and he's going to get wrestled down by a host of purple jerseys. So let's see where they're going to spot that.
That was Colter Oldham on the stop, the freshman, and I like what he did.
Yeah.
He met him face up, kept his face right in his chest, and just kept his legs going, but he wrapped him up and drove him backwards. And actually he's going to get a loss of 1 on the play. But
So-
great just technical defense that time.
Yes,
Technique.
good play, good play. So it's 3rd down now and 3 to go. Waiting on the snap. Turnaround handoff coming to the right side. A lot of purple over there, but he cuts inside, still on his feet, fighting his way, and I think he got in.
I think he did
Yes,
too.
he did.
Yep.
Touchdown for Goodland on a good hard run off the right side. And I did not see who carried that ball.
Cole Linton, the quarterback.
Okay, it was Cole Linton, the quarterback. So they'll be going for the extra point now. They're going to go for 2.
No, they got a kicker out there.
They got a kicker out there. Okay, I thought they were going to go for 2 for a second. So try to kick the extra point, tie this ball game up, snap, ball down, kick is up. I don't think he got it.
Nope.
Nope, it was off to the left. Wow. So with 6:23 left, it is now Lakin 7, Goodland 6 on a really good football game here tonight. Beautiful night for football. Couldn't ask for a much nicer night. The wind is starting to go down now, as you said it would when the sun went down. So we're going to have a really beautiful evening. You always have a great view here in the booth. We see clear over the residential areas. The kids over there playing their own football game on the other field over there. So it's always fun.
I'll tell you what, there's been some nights here at the field. There were probably better games in the park than what we saw here over the years.
Yeah.
And I know when I was a kid, I was part of a lot of them over there too.
Oh, we were too. When I was a kid, we played on the practice fields right beside the regular field, and it was dirt and stickers.
Well, we would try. The practice field was right behind the grandstands here before the middle school was built when I was in high school, but they wouldn't let you go out there and play. So you had to go to the park and beat each other up.
Yeah. They're always good for a lot of arguments.
I'll tell you what, though, there's a lot of kids over there. But you know what, though? Good that they're getting out and they're enjoying the fresh air.
Absolutely. After what they went through last year with school and everything. Kick is up, and it's just a short kick. Drops in about the 22. Picked up by Lakin. Do a little razzle-dazzle in the back, and still on their feet to the 20-yard line. Still on his feet, rolled around.
There he goes.
There he goes, and there goes Gonzalez with the ball, still on his feet, still going forward. Goodland finally gets him wrestled down at the 45-yard line. What a play. I thought he was dead to rights about the 20-yard line.
I know Lakin, the play call there was a reverse on the kick, but you don't normally want to run 5 yards backwards to make that handoff.
I was sitting there going, what are they doing?
Yeah.
Worked.
But Servando with just sheer athleticism there gets him.
You get Servando one-on-one and out in the open, give him a little space. But he made 3 or 4 guys flat and miss him.
The only one that really prevented him from doing anything big was Devontae Hardy. He ran him down from behind.
On the snap, pitch to the left side, looking for some room. Stiff arm, still on his feet, Alan Martinez. And he just kind of stiff-armed 2 guys to the ground and got back up and go again. A very good run. Didn't make a lot of yards there, but just showed you how strong the kid is.
Allen had a wall out in front of him, but Goodland was able just to crack that wall. He got 2 yards out of the play, 2nd down and 8.
So the ball still on Lakin's side of the field at the 47. On the left hash mark, 5:26 left here in the half. Going to the right side this time on his feet. Nice little gain there on the carry. That was Connor Hudson, one of the slots. And he picks up a good bit of yardage there, so that's going to bring it out to the 46-yard line over in Goodland territory.
Third down and 1.
3rd down and 1. That was a good play. I haven't seen that play ran at all tonight. They weren't looking for Connor, I don't think. They're looking for Martinez and Servando. Wide out to the left, wide out to the right. Normal double wing formation. Man in motion, stops, comes back, handoff straight ahead up the gut, and he's still plowing them down.
Allen carried the football and the defender across the 40 down to nearly the 35-yard line, but a good 10-yard run for Alan Martinez.
And that just shows you if you keep those feet grinding, you keep those feet going, and you can move a lot of people. Keep those legs grinding. So 4:26 left, 7-6. Lakin is leading this ball game, and they have a 1st and 10 in Goodland territory down for 36. Split them out wide to the left. Wide receiver to the right. Double wing formation again. Man in motion starts, comes, handoff straight ahead. No, fake me out. Ball went up in the air and pulled it in, luckily. And that was Tyler Tarpley, the senior. He grabbed that ball out of the air.
Tarpley's going to fall ahead for a gain of 1 yard. But if that ball doesn't hit him in the face mask, I'll tell you what, Tyler Tarpley is not the biggest kid on the football field, but I'll tell you what, In track, he's a 300-yard hurdler. He's a relay guy, and he's got some speed that you really wouldn't expect him to have. But he had to let up that time just because of that errant toss.
So 2nd down and 9, ball on the 35 of Goodland with 3:25 left in the half. Handoff straight ahead this time, nothing going at all.
Josh Sudas from his nose tackle position. I'll tell you what, he's a big kid.
Yeah.
He had no trouble going through the center of the Lakin line, and Lakin losing 2 yards on that play.
If you look at the right side of that defensive line for Goodland, there's some big kids there.
They do have some size on that defense.
So Lakin over the ball now on a 3rd down and 11.
I'd like to see the Broncs get some points off of this drive before half.
On the snap, pitch to the right, halfback pass, airs it out. He's got a receiver open, touchdown! What a play! And a flag.
We got a celebration flag on the sideline. What in the world? What in the world? Oh, a sideline warning. They're not going to call anything.
Okay.
You got to be kidding me here.
Who caught that pass?
Come on. Maddox Beltran caught it. A 38-yard pass from Martinez. Come on, official. Let them celebrate the touchdown.
I'm like you. I couldn't believe they threw that down there.
Goodness.
So that brings the score to 13-6 in favor of Lakin. That was a halfback pass, and I didn't see who threw it.
Alan Martinez.
Oh, that was fullback pass. So they're going to go for one. Aitor Curto. Ball is down, kick is up and way up in the air, and it is good. So with 2:37 left in the half, it is now Lakin 14, Goodland, the Cowboys, 6. So that was quite a play, Brett. A beautiful play.
We saw that play happen one time last year, and Allen threw a touchdown pass off of it, same as last year, but a great play by Coach Bamberger and the coaching staff. That was perfect. When I saw Maddox Beltran come off the line of scrimmage, and I thought, okay, this D-back has no chance. And, I mean, he just blew by him, and Alan Martinez with a strike.
Man, I mean, that kid's got an arm, a good spiral, perfect throw, guy in a dead run. What a play. That's one for the highlight reel.
And, you know, that's one of the things I wanted to say. The versatility of this team and being able to have a halfback that could throw a pass that far downfield. I mean, Lakin could be dangerous if they learn to implement certain plays against certain teams.
Absolutely. Worked that time. So, Aitor Curto, the junior exchange student, getting ready to kick off.
I think the wind has died down quite a bit now that the sun's going down.
Oh, yeah, it's died down a lot.
Some big thunderheads off to the east, but I'm glad it's there, not here.
Yeah.
Not that we don't need the rain. I'd love to see the rain, but we don't want it right now.
Here we go. Aitor kick. He just kind of pooched that one up in the air. Drops in about the 17-yard line. Goodland up the middle, out to the 27, maybe the 28, where they'll get a 1st and 10 with 2:29 left on the clock.
Javion Granado out on the coverage, bringing down the returner. But on special teams, you see Lakin playing a lot of younger players.
Right.
Javion Granado, a sophomore. Armando Salcido, a freshman, out on the kick coverage team. So Lakin plays a lot of young players on the special teams.
So drop back, he's looking to pass, going to squirt to the right, looking downfield, finds a receiver down on the right hash mark, still on his feet, finally gets tripped up.
Good open field tackle by Curtis Beam. Linton able to find Manny Gonzalez in the seam, enough to move the chains.
So the ball out to the 41 will be 1st and 10 for Goodland in the middle of the field. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left on the snap. Everybody's going downfield. Throw across the middle, and it is caught by, I believe it was tight end. So what they did, they sent all the receivers, wide receivers, down deep through the defense for Lakin off. Then the tight end had a crossing pattern going.
That was Bryson Waters. And we've got a timeout called by Lakin, but Bryson Waters with the crossing pattern, all he wanted to do was get the first down and get out of bounds.
Yep.
So timeout Lakin with 1:59 to play in the half. At the half, we're going to try something different. Jared's going to try to grab Coach as he comes off the field. And at halftime as well, we're going to talk to the Lakin High School cheer coach, Cassidy Rathbun, and talk about the cheerleading squad.
That's good. You know, those cheerleaders, they work hard. They go to camps. They do everything and work out. A lot of hours spent at cheerleading. So that'll be good. That'll be a good interview.
I'd like to try to be able to find interviews this year at halftime just so I don't have to talk so much.
Am I doing the interview with Cassidy too, or what are we doing here?
No, she's coming up here.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Say, because I definitely don't have any questions for a cheer coach. I'm paying attention more to the football, so.
Hey, one thing that we'll do, though, you might follow her up here. We'll give her that wireless mic. I think she's going to stand outside the booth and do it.
Okay, after I hit Coach Bam, then I'll head straight up.
That'll be good.
Thanks, sir.
Perfect.
The kid's pretty good at what he does. You've taught him good. Yeah. On the snap and throw downfield and just about intercepted by Lakin.
Just
couldn't quite get up high enough to get it.
Servando needed to go up 7.5 feet, and he only went 7.
Yep.
Got it off the fingertips, but just not up quite high enough to get it. But
so the clock stops at 1:53, second down and 10 at the 45.
Omar
for
Gonzalez
Goodland.
with the pressure as well on that play.
Waiting on the snap, quarterback looks left side, has a receiver open, and he gets ran out. It looks like he picked up about 4 yards.
Bryson Waters, once again, he'll be out of bounds at the 42-yard line of the Bronx. Going to bring up 3rd down and 7. Might have a timeout. What do we got? Got a whistle.
Got a whistle out on the field. I don't know what's going on here.
Equipment
Okay.
adjustment.
So it'll be 3rd down. Clock is stopped now at 1:38.
1:38?
Yep.
Wow, I was way off.
Waiting on the snap. Quarterback with the ball, looks downfield, got crossing receivers, throws short, and it was no good. I was looking downfield at his receivers are downfield. They were pretty well covered, so he went to throw it short, and not much there.
Yeah, Alan Martinez able to break up that pass, and Cole Linton, he checked down. He just wanted to get the guy right in the middle flat there and try to get a manageable 4th down if he can't get the 1st down. But Alan Martinez timed that perfectly to break that pass up.
Yes.
Alan Martinez has had a good first half. He scored a touchdown. He's thrown for a touchdown.
Yep.
And he's been in on a lot of plays on defense.
How big is Alan? Would you guess? They don't have his weight or anything.
I think they list him, if I remember basketball, 6'1", 6'2".
Uh-huh. Well, he's a powerful kid. Keeps those legs moving in the pile, just shoves the pile. I like that. So it's going to be 4th down. Goodland coming out over the ball. Let's see if they've got some razzle-dazzle here or what they're going to do.
And Lakin defense needs to pay attention here. Just like you
Yep.
said, some razzle-dazzle. Don't bite on the fake. Stay with your man. Stay with your area, your zone, whatever your assignment is, but stay with it.
And this is a good time for a trick play. They've been to the sideline, so who knows? Let's see what they do. Waiting on the snap. Drops back, looks to pass, throws off to the left side, and he's got a 1st down.
He's going to have the 1st down. Just a more of a button hook,
Yep.
just to come back, and it's going to be good for a 1st down.
Ran down, hooked back into the left toward the sideline, and got the 1st and 10. Clock is running at 1:19. It looks like they have 2 timeouts left. So we'll see what happens on the snap. Goodland rolls to the right. He has some room, and down he goes.
Alan
Man, he got hammered.
Martinez just stood him up right there. He had blockers out in front,
Wow.
but somehow Alan snuck through. I was looking for the the white shirt that fell forward,
right.
That wasn't the ball carrier.
Yeah.
That was a blocker that fell through the wall there, but Alan Martinez just laying the wood right there.
He just hammered him.
Did gain 4 on the play, and Goodland with the timeout with 1:02.
Wow. Yeah, Alan's having a great game tonight. Really good game. Good thing we haven't seen any cramping tonight. You know, sometimes when it cools down a little bit, they have trouble with cramps. So far tonight, nothing going there, so that's good. Tomorrow, I'm not getting.
Oh, go ahead and say it.
Well, Nebraska's playing Oklahoma tomorrow, and I don't think my Huskers have much of a chance.
You know what, though? I'm glad to see that game back, though.
I am too. And you never know. They're kids. They might get fired up and play. You never know what's going to happen.
Hey, I can't wait for that Nebraska-Oklahoma game, not going to lie.
Yeah, it's going to be on noon tomorrow, I think.
Yes.
11 o'clock.
11 o'clock, 11 a.m. Tune in.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow. I hope I'm out of bed by then. On the snap, Goodland drops back looking. Throws out to the left side as a receiver. Overthrew him and overthrew the defenders. The ball goes out with 58 seconds left. It'll be 2nd down, 3rd down, and 6. Goodland's quarterback's got a pretty good arm on him, but he tended to throw over people tonight. So on the 3rd down play, like I said, this is where you got to play heads-up football. You don't know what they might pull toward the end of the half. On a 3rd down and 6. Man coming across, snap, fakes the handoff, rolls back to pass. Lakin in hot pursuit. Sidearm throw down to the 20, inside the 20. That looked like a Mahomes deal right there.
It really did, running to his left and was able just to flip the sidearm pass there.
That was a good play. Cole Linton, you know, and he's just a sophomore. That was a good play. So it's going to be 1st and 10 with 43 seconds left. Ball on the 16. Running back to the right side, slices inside, and gets down and inside the 13. See where they're going to spot that. Clock is running. They have a timeout left. 22, 21, 20, snap. And
a timeout. Lakin's going to call it.
Lakin called it. They didn't, well, you know what? That's not a bad timeout.
No, you've got it.
Coach looked down there and the defense wasn't quite set where he wanted it. Said, hey, let's just burn this timeout up. We've got one left. Lakin playing a good football game tonight. Goodland is just kind of one of those teams that will just kind of pester you to death, you know. They keep coming at you and coming at you and coming at you. So it'll be 2nd down, 3 to go with 20 seconds left. Goodland has 1 timeout left.
And as soon as this half comes to an end, Jared's going to grab the coach and talk to him as he goes off. So before we go to any of our sponsors, we'll go straight to Jared down there. You on board with that, Jared?
Yeah, I'm all ready for that.
Okay.
So here we go. 2nd down, 3 to go. 1st down markers at the 6-yard line. They've got to get to the 6. Roll to the left. Quarterback keeper, and he's going for the corner. He's got the 1st down, plus a little change. He got out of bounds.
I believe he got out of bounds at the 2-yard line. So 1st and goal for Goodland.
So it's going to be 1st and goal from the 2. Nice drive that Goodland's put together here.
Defense definitely needs to stop right now.
Yeah. Little world famous goal line stand here.
Well, if right now, if they can just keep him out of the end zone, well, Goodland has a couple timeouts left, though. They have 1 timeout left.
Right.
I was thinking if they didn't have any timeouts, they could burn the half if they keep him out of the end zone, but they still have 1.
Snap, straight ahead, and no way. No way. And once again, I can't see the number.
Alan Martinez with the open field tackle, and Goodland will burn that timeout with 8 seconds. So now the Bronx defense, if they can keep them out, could burn the half and go in leading 14-6.
So Allen, he's just all over the place tonight. He's just really playing well. So the ball's going to be at the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 2 with 8 seconds left.
And that ball actually looks like it's about at the 1-yard line, just outside the 1.
But I'm looking across the field at the stake, and he's got it at the 2. So I don't know.
We're at the 1.5.
1.5. Okay.
And I can hear defensive coach Pollard down here. Hey, we got to get low. We got to get physical. We got to make sure we stop this going into half.
Absolutely. So here we go. Let's see what happens.
Here we go here.
Goodland up on the ball. Oh, one of their little shift things they do. Snap, quarterback sneak, and he goes into the end zone. That's the first time I've seen him go under center all night. So they score with 4 seconds left. Makes the score now Lakin 14 and Goodland 12. This is the kind of football game I was expecting tonight. Good, hard-hitting football game. Both teams really trying hard. So the clock is running. What are they going to do here? Are they going to go for 2, or are they going to try to kick it?
Looks like they're going to go for 2 to try to tie this up.
Yes, sir. See what happens. Snap, rolls around, looks to the end zone to pass it, throws it to the back of the end zone, and he caught it. Boy, he went up there and caught that. I can't see the number on that white jersey. So we're tied now, 14-14 with 4 seconds left. And Goodland will kick off to Lakin. Wow.
Pass was to Mason Hernandez.
He
had to go high to get it, too.
Oh, yeah, it was a great catch. I mean, these kids from Goodland, they're hustlers. They play hard.
Well, Goodland all of a sudden made the adjustments from the first couple drives.
Right.
First 3 drives, they had 2 turnovers, and they're lucky the Bronx weren't, up higher than 14-6. But Goodland has come back, and Lakin now is going to have to regroup, because I would imagine Goodland will not give Lakin anything to return here.
Yeah, they'll probably just squib kick it out there.
But I've been wrong before, so.
Yeah, me too.
And I hope I am wrong in this position.
So, spot the ball up at the 40. And see what what Goodland's going to do on the kickoff. I don't think they want to give Lakin a chance to run it back. But like you said, been wrong before.
I got a play that I would do right now, but it's too late. I don't think anybody would even think about it. But
up to the ball, kind of a little floater kick.
Go out.
Hits and picks it up on the bounce. Clock is down to 0, and that's going to be the end of the first half. So the end of the first half here in Lakin, we're tied at 14 between the Lakin Bronx and the Goodland Cowboys. Jared's going to catch the coach and have a word with him on the sideline. It's all yours, Jared, whenever you're ready.
Yes, sir. I guess I'll wait for Coach to get down here and we'll see what he's got to say for this first half.
Yep, just walk with him. Hey, Jared, get out here to midfield because we'll lose you once you get out of the end zone.
No, I'm good in the end zone.
We got to see in the camera.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is, huh? I don't need to be seen on camera. You just hear my voice.
Here comes Coach Bamberger, going to talk to Jared real quick.
Okay, we're going to send it to Jared.
Okay, so I'm down here with Coach Bam. So coming out in the first, you guys kind of put a little offense together and got everything going. What do you think going into the locker room now that you guys need to change defense or offensive-wise with this Goodland team?
We just need to stay disciplined. The plays that are hurting us on is when we start making up stuff. If we just trust our keys, execute our assignments, we're usually going to be in good shape. And that's what we got a couple, that got out the gate because we weren't doing that.
Well, sounds good to me. So you go make that adjustment and we'll be good to go.
All right, Jared, good job.
Well, he seemed I had a couple more questions, but he kind of seemed antsy to get in there. So I kind of wanted to let him go take care of his business because it is his team. And
exactly.
You know what, we'll let Coach go because it kind of seemed like he didn't really want to talk, but hey, we'll give Coach opportunity to his team. So
the greatest thing you do, just respect the coach.
Yes,
and
sir.
you did that perfectly. Okay, your second quarter tonight has been brought to you by the Farm Bureau Financial Services. Nikki Harris.
Farmers, they're the lifeblood of America. The men and women who tackle the toughest jobs to put clothes on our backs and food on our tables. They might do it quietly, but their genuine values and tireless work ethic are an inspiration to us all. Some might say farming is a thankless occupation, so that's why we're taking the time to say thanks. Farm Bureau Financial Services, protecting what matters most.
I'm Farm Bureau Agent Nikki Harris of Lakin, and I'm proud to support America's farmers.
And thank you very much, Nikki. Your halftime sponsor tonight is the agency of Lakin and Garden City.
Some commercials make it really tempting to buy cheap insurance. That's great if price is the only thing that's important to you. The agency believes cost is important, but protection is what you're really paying for. Rely on the agency to build the policy that protects your property at a price you can afford. Call the agency today at 620-355-6789.
And thank you very much, Nikki. Your halftime thoughts and recap now brought to you by the Lakin Rec Commission.
The Lakin Recreation Commission has a full fitness room with 5 treadmills, tread climber, rowing machine, 3 elliptical fitness cross trainers, 2 stationary bikes, and strength training fitness equipment. You'll find just what you need for your own quality workout. The fitness room is open for the public's use free of charge during business hours. For use after business hours, Lakin Rec also has a keyless entry system available. The Lakin Rec Commission, always involved with the youth of Lakin, 702 North Campbell, Lakin, 355-7039. The benefits are endless.
And welcome back to LakinSports.com, Lakin Bronx Sports on YouTube. Worth a half, the Bronx and the Cowboys tied at 14 in kind of an up and down first half, JD. The Bronx all over Goodland with their defense, earning a couple turnovers, cashed in on one of them, but Goodland coming back with a late score late in that first half, and we're all knotted up. So we played 24 minutes and haven't proved a thing.
Yeah. So we're back to zero basically. We'll see what happens. These teams are very well matched. We kind of expected that from what we've seen about the two teams this year and what we've watched. So good football game, one I expected. Now we're going to see who's got the most heart.
Well, it's going to come down to heart, who's in the better shape. But right now, both teams going to have to make some adjustments. Goodland made the adjustments in the second quarter. Lakin's going to have to go to the locker room, maybe enjoy that long walk with some things to think about. But, I'm sure that Coach Bamberger and his staff will make the necessary adjustments. But and one thing about it, Lakin will get the opening kickoff too, so they'll have an opportunity to jump out early in the second half.
Yes, and it was kind of a tale of two quarters, if you really want to look at it that way. First quarter was pretty much Lakin having their way with everything. Second quarter, Goodland came back and pretty much fought their way back into this one. So good matchup of teams, and Goodland, fun team to watch too.
Yeah, definitely has been, and it's been a game that we kind of expected tonight. So our halftime thoughts and recap brought to you by the Lakin Recreation Commission. When we come back, we'll have our halftime interview. Don't go away.
It's time to get involved with the Lakin Recreation Commission, 702 North Campbell in Lakin. The Lakin Rec Commission with a wellness center, aerobics, adult programs, youth programs, sewing, and more. For more information about all the great activities of the Lakin Rec Commission, call 620-355-7039. The Lakin Recreation Commission, providing recreational opportunities to enhance the quality of life for the people of the community by promoting social interaction and the productive use of leisure time.
And we thank everybody at Lakin Rec for that. It is time for your halftime interview brought to you by the Kearney County Community Development.
Kearney County, a wonderful life opportunity, offers a wide range of opportunities to residents and visitors. Hunting, fishing, camping, golfing, and bowling provide recreation, plus the Lakin Rec Commission provides youth and adult programs in Lakin and Deerfield. Explore the rich history of the county by visiting the Kearney County Historical Museum or the historic sites throughout the county. Take advantage of what Kearney County has to offer. Contact Ralph Goodnight, Kearney County Economic Development, or on the web at www.kearneycountykansas.com.
And welcome back to LakinSports.com, Lakin Bronx Sports YouTube. We are at the half. The Bronx and the Cowboys tied at 14 apiece, and I think the drum line in our background may be a problem. But one of the things we wanted to do this year is bring in a halftime interview just so JD and I don't have to try to entertain. But during the course of a year, and here on LakinSports.com, we always feature the football team, the basketball team, the volleyball, baseball, softball. But you know, when it's football and basketball season, there's one group that always seems to get overlooked. And now we're joined by Lakin High School cheer coach Cassidy Rathbone. And Cassidy, I've always tried to give the cheerleading squad their due, because I'll tell you what, you got a group of 12 girls that work just as hard in the off season as any athlete does.
That they do. I expect my girls to go to summer weights in the summer just like any other athlete. And in other sports, you throw a ball around. In our sport, you throw girls in the air.
Yeah.
So, that's super important to keep everybody safe. And they're up in the morning before 6 o'clock showing up so that they can dual sport and be part of cross country or volleyball. They're showing up before school to practice with me so that they can go do another sport and then show up to a game in the evening.
Well, I would think if you're going to be throwing a body in the air, it's going to be a little bit harder to catch than just a football or a basketball.
Yes.
And you better make the catch.
Yeah, and if we don't make the catch, there's serious consequences.
You know, we talk about, you talk about the girls get up early just like everybody else does and hit the weights and hit the conditioning. But also in the summertime, the girls have camps and clinics. So, you know, besides that, they have other things that they can do to help them further develop their cheer abilities.
Yeah, so Deerfield actually hosts a really awesome UCA camp that we get to go to. And this year there was over 100 girls that attended this cheer camp, and it was super awesome. They brought in 4 or 5 UCA staff members, so that's all they do all summer long is put on cheer camps and teach new dances and cheers and band chants. So you might see us do some new things with the a drum line that may not be our drum line just yet.
Yeah.
Those are some awesome things that we get to learn. That's not my choreography. It's some other people's ideas brought in here, and I think that's super awesome to go and learn. And I get to learn new things and talk to other coaches and eventually be a mentor to other coaches that haven't done it as long as I have.
And one thing with new band director Kaylin Anderson, you talk about drumline, that's something that he wants to get started, and I think that can be exciting here during football games. But like you said, it's a choreography that girls, I mean, the drumline's not going to play for maybe 15, 20 seconds, but they already know their routine by whatever beat or whatever song that comes up.
Yeah, I'm really excited with Kaylin starting to be the band director. He's into it. He's just so excited about being the band guy. He says to me, whatever you want me to do, I'll do it, I'll try it out. And that is so awesome for him to just be a kind of guy that says, we'll try it. I don't know how it's going to go. And we try some things out together. And that's super awesome. He has a real passion for the game day atmosphere. And that's just something we've really been working on, is that game day atmosphere, the crowd involvement from my girls on the field and the court. We have these awesome game day signs that kind of help the crowd know what to yell with us. And he's just another piece of that awesome game day atmosphere, and our fans being that other piece as well.
Every sports team needs a leader, needs a captain. Cheer squad, probably not any different. And who are the ones that you lean on to lead your crew?
My main girl right now is senior Megan Bell. She has been my right-hand gal. She's a girl after my own heart. I tell her something and she's like, yeah, I agree. Or I give an idea and she's like, well, what if we tried this? And it's a really good relationship that we've got going on, considering we have such a long season. You really have to figure out who the people that you're going to get along well with and communicate with. One thing we work on as a group is just figuring out how to communicate well. Sometimes cheer gets a bad rap because they're like, oh, it's full of drama, this, that, the other, but really it's only because girls don't know how to communicate yet. And so that's one thing I like to teach. I get to lean on Brooke Gross. She's cheered for me since I got here, and she's a really great leader. Also, Emily Munson, she's a senior, so she understands the importance of being able to lead well. She started cheering for me just last year, but she's really picked on it well, and I hope to lean on her more even come basketball season.
And one thing about it with cheer squad, as a freshman, you can be a vital part of the group. You're not just coming in as a freshman. In football and basketball, you got to be exceptional if you're going to crack those starting lineups or get to play a lot. Cheer is just like, I would say like the sport of track, like sport of golf. It's individual. You're going to do your thing to help the team succeed. So, freshmen come in and contribute just as much.
Yes, I have a really nice group of freshmen and sophomore girls. They cheered in middle school and started their foundation off there and have just bought into my program, and that's incredible for me that here's what I ask them to do. They learn how to do it, and they're doing it. Cheers is based on a lot of perfection, and so they have to work on that all the time. Now we are the only sport in the school that gets to have tryouts, and so yeah, that's something that some people are jealous about, but I think it's super important for safety, and we also have to keep numbers down because you can't take everybody everywhere and whatever. But those girls that made it in the spring, they worked their buns off so they can be on the team. They definitely deserve it.
Yeah, and you have by looking at the roster here in the program, 12 girls, and so how many would you get for a tryout? That you've got to cut it down to 12 girls, and you'll have to go through the same thing come basketball season as well, right?
So actually, I had about 19 or 20 girls try out, and so I had to cut quite a few, and that's never fun. Never fun at all. But I actually do the tryout all in the spring, so they don't have to do it twice. They try out in the spring. They tell me whether they want to do football or basketball season, and that's the squad that they get on. So I do have a couple girls who aren't on basketball. They choose that one season's better for them, and I have one girl who likes basketball a lot more, and so she'll be on that basketball team. So yeah, just having to cut that is not quite as much fun, and I just always hope that the girls who don't make it, they try out again if there's something still they want to do.
Exactly, and yeah, having to cut, I just couldn't imagine having to do it, and it's part of it. Sports, Lakin doesn't have to cut athletes and things like that, but I would not like cut day. That would not be fun. No.
Because some of the people you really like, and you're like, man, I wish I could just put all the girls on the team,
Yeah, exactly. Now, with cheer as well, there are college opportunities as well. Football players can get a scholarship to go, but there have been a number of Lakin cheerleaders over the years that have gone on to cheer college, and that's an option that's available too.
Yeah, just last year I had Valerie Gonzalez. She went on to Kansas Wesleyan to cheer, and there's cheer opportunities anywhere. You want to go and cheer somewhere, go try.
Yep.
A lot of places there's a tryout, but sometimes people want cheerleaders, and so the tryout process isn't as big as it is at K-State or something like that, but you can get on a team if you have good spirit, if you have good motions and jumps and feel into that team atmosphere and be a good teammate. They're going to want you on their team, and you can get scholarships for stuff like that pretty much wherever you go.
Yeah, and like I said, the athletes, the spotlight's always on them, but the girls can do the same thing on the college level. And the thing about it is, there are so many opportunities when you get to that next level. You'd like to get that started in high school, as far as the tumbling and, different things like that. And that may be hard to do at a smaller school like Lakin. But you get to college, for one, they have more people, you're the coach. You're
it's me.
it.
That's it. No
you
assistants.
Get there. They have coaches. They have assistants. They have specialists that'll do tumbling. They'll have specialists that do the aerials and all that different stuff. So, the foundation definitely can be laid here if they want to move on, to bigger, better things.
Yeah, very much so. I'm a very foundation-focused gal. Like, you have to do the right things right first before we're going to move on to other stuff. Because if you don't have those things down first, you're not going to be able to hit something solid that's bigger later. But just like you said, they have just as much of an opportunity as anybody else to go on and have a full ride scholarship somewhere. And more often than not, they stick it out.
Yep. Yeah. And full ride scholarships, a lot of kids don't know that, and that's where good counseling comes in high school. Scholarships are available, and they're not hard to come by if you just want to set your mind and go get it.
You have to go get it. If you don't do anything, it's not going to come and find you.
Yeah. Now, a lot of coaches have contact with, have college contacts. have you been able to build some college contacts during the years that maybe say, hey, I've got a girl that might be interested, what can you offer her?
Yeah, I have quite a few contacts just in general from cheering in the NAIA, and I know that whenever there's reps that come to the school, they contact me and say, if you've got any girls that are interested, send them my way. And if girls are interested, it's super easy for me to reach out. And the recruiting questionnaires on all their websites are super easy too.
Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to put you on the spot.
Oh gosh.
Tell us a little about your history. You said you cheered on the NAIA level. Now, where did you cheer?
Yeah, so like my entire cheer history, or just?
Well, we don't have to go through it all.
Okay.
But,
so yeah.
Because you probably started out as one of the little girls on the track pregame. So.
Well, there's a funny story about that. We won't go there tonight.
Oh, we can do it. We got time.
Actually, my first cheer camp that I was going to get to go to, I was a little girl, and there was the high school girl that invited me, and I was so excited about it, and I did something poor at home, made a bad choice, and I had to go tell that cheerleader that I couldn't go anymore. It broke my heart.
Yeah,
so I tried out in middle school, cheered ever since, and I went to Sterling College.
Okay.
So that same NAIA, KCAC area, that's where I went and cheered all 4 years there. Cheered when they won the KCAC championship, and that was super fun.
That's cool. Well, hey, I'll tell you what. I know I caught you off guard. We had talked earlier that I was going to do this, so I didn't really catch you off guard, but I hit you up right before everything got started tonight. But thanks for coming up and talking to us. So you know what? We'll talk cheer anytime you want to. You just let me know. If there's some things going on, let us know, and we'll promote it here on the air and some different things. And, if there's a cheer camp or something going on, let us know. We would love to talk cheer again.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Oh, you're sure welcome. Thank you. That's Lakin High School cheer coach Cassidy Rathbun. And that was fun talking cheerleading. And that's our halftime interview brought to you by the Kearney County Community Development.
Kearney County, a wonderful life opportunity, offers a wide range of opportunities to residents and visitors. Hunting, fishing, camping, golfing, and bowling provide recreation, plus the Lake and Rec Commission provides youth and adult programs in Lakin and Deerfield. Explore the rich history of the county by visiting the Kearney County Historical Museum or the historic sites throughout the county. Take advantage of what Kearney County has to offer. Contact Ralph Goodnight, Kearney County Economic Development, or on the web at www.kearneycountykansas.com.
And thank you very much, Kearney County Community Development. Your halftime tonight has been brought to you by the Agency of Lakin and Garden City.
Experience the best in customer service when you call the agency for an insurance quote. The agency can provide insurance coverage to meet your needs. Protect your financial future by calling the agency at 620-355-6789.
Oh, we're sitting here talking about how much fun we're having tonight. A great interview there with the cheer coach. Great one.
That was fun. I'll tell you what. And, this is shame on me. The LakinSports.com website is not up and functional yet, and I really need to get up and do that. But I've always included a cheer page on LakinSports.com's website with pictures of the cheerleaders and things like that, because you know what? Like we've said, they work just as hard as these football players down on the field. They're up, they're lifting weights, they're conditioning, they're going to camps, they're doing clinics, and you know what? They do just as much as the athletes. And I'll tell you what, thank you to Cassidy to come up, and that was fun. I enjoyed that.
Absolutely. Well, your halftime tonight's been brought to you by the Agency of Lakin and Garden City.
Experience the best in customer service when you call the agency for an insurance quote. The agency can provide insurance coverage to meet your needs. Protect your financial future by calling the agency at 620-355-6789.
Good folks, do your insurance business with the Agency of Lakin and Garden City. Your third quarter tonight brought to you by Flashbacks Diner.
Flashback to the days of Bebop and Bobby Socks at Flashbacks Diner, Highway 50, Lakin. Fantastic burgers, Coney and Chicago hot dogs, Philly, steak, BLT, and chicken sandwiches, along with ice cream treats like the traditional banana split, sundaes, shakes, malts, and cones. Dine in or carry out. Flashback to the days of Bebop and Bobby Socks at the one and only fantastic Flashbacks Diner, Highway 50, Lakin.
Yeah, welcome back to Lakin Bronx Sports YouTube, LakinSports.com. We're at the half, getting ready to start our second half. The Bronx and the Cowboys tied at 14 apiece. And Jared, what do you think? What are you expecting from the Bronx in the second half? It's just kind of a Bronx owned the first quarter. Goodland owned the second quarter, and Lakin will get the ball back to start the second half.
Well, I mean, my expectations are the Bronx come out with a little bit more tenacity, just kind of punch them in the mouth and just kind of show that team, hey, you guys might have scored on us last, but hey, we're going to make an impression. We're going to do what we're supposed to do. Defensive-wise, I mean, the Bronx haven't been too bad. They've had a couple trick plays, and they weren't really they were reading the trick, and then they would just run an actual quarterback sneak or something like that. I think as long as the Bronx rely on their roles and what they're supposed to watch tonight, I think the Bronx will be okay instead of being misled by trick plays or different shifts upon the line while they're on defense.
And that's something that Coach Bamberger said as he left after the first half is we've got to we have to do our assignment. We can't make things up. We've got to go with what the scheme is. And I think Lakin right now, a lot of games are won in the third quarter, and that opening possession of the third quarter, and the Bronx are going to have a chance to make a statement with this opening kick.
Oh, yeah, I completely agree with you. Everyone's got a role, everyone's got an assignment, and as long as the whole team is on the same page and everyone's taking care of their assignment, the Bronx are going to be in good position tonight.
I think you're right. Well, and they put the 3 minutes back up, so we're still a minute to go before we kick things off here. What's going on? Cross country's at Hugoton tomorrow.
Okay.
Cross country very successful at Tribune last week. I didn't get any results, and I'm going to have to get a hold of the cross country coaches and have them forward those results, and we can bring those up during our broadcasts. And I've done that in the past, and there again, I've got to get that website built. Anybody have any experience building a Yahoo website? They changed everything up, and I went from dumb to stupid in a hurry when they did everything. But, the initial Yahoo website was perfect. Man, I could go and update that thing, and I was good at it. Now I have no clue.
Yeah.
Sounds to me like you need to switch to a different website.
Well, but I want to keep the domain name, though. I don't want to lose LakinSports.com. That's my problem.
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
I think you could switch from Yahoo to somewhere else and still keep the domain.
Yeah, well, now if I could do that, maybe I would switch. But that's the thing. I don't want to lose that.
As you said, I am your tech guy, so I guess if you need any help, you got my number.
Yeah, hey, yeah. Hey, don't break that headset you're wearing when your head swells so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry. I made it a little bit bigger. Cassidy had it smaller. I had to make sure it was bigger to fit my head.
Okay.
Don't trip over.
All right, here we go. Start the second half.
Don't trip over your ego, young man. Fall down and break your nose, okay? Yeah, good kid.
I'll tell you what, it's been a fun halftime. Let's make this
go.
second half just as much fun.
Here goes Goodland to kick it off. They'll be defending the east goal. Ball is down. Just a little pooch kick up, and Lakin just catches it and falls on it. Smart play there. Armando Salcedo.
Yeah, just wisely took it and fell to the ground. But if you go back to the Goodland game, he had a 93-yard kick return for a touchdown at the end of not the Goodland, Elkhart game. Go back to the opening game, and he just as a freshman, but I'll tell you what, he's got some breakaway speed.
Yeah, and that was just a good heads-up play there. Just make sure you get the ball caught and give your offense a chance. 38-yard line, 1st and 10 for Lakin, starting the second half. Man in motion coming around. Quarterback keeper dives in the left side, going to make a couple, and that's going to be about it. Zerando Gonzalez. They've really kept good track of Shavando tonight, the defense has. They haven't given him a chance to get really out in the open too many times. He did once, but we know he can boot, scoot, and boogie.
Josh Sudas on the stop for Goodland, and that's that big nose tackle, and so far, Lakin's offensive line really has not had an answer for him. He's been penetrating very well so far tonight.
5-man front, down. Quarterback keeper rolls the right side. Got some room this time. Got the 1st and 10 still going. If he can just get that little gap and get that step, Servando Gonzalez can make some yards out of it.
Servando Gonzalez that time sidestepped the defender, and that's where he's dangerous. When he gets he finds a seam that he can squirt through. That's where he becomes very dangerous.
The ball's over in Goodland territory now at their 47-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Lakin, just starting the second half here, tied at 14. Very interesting first half. So Lakin now up over the ball. We'll see what adjustments coach has made on offense and defense here in the second half. Double wing, lone set back in the backfield. Man in motion coming, turned around. Nope, hand off the man to the right side. And he picks up 1 or 2.
Connor's going to fall forward for a gain of 1 on that play. And I'll tell you what, when he made that cut, I thought he was going to take it for 5 or 6, maybe even 7. But that time defensive pressure by Goodland able to wrap him up for a 1-yard gain. But I really thought that had the opportunity to be a big gainer.
Yes. So Servando gets the play from the coach. And it's going to be 2nd down and at 9. 10-15 left here in the third quarter. First possession of the second half.
You know, this place looks good in the daylight. It looks even better at night.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
It sure
On
does.
the snap, rolling around the left side. Defensive end did a good job there. Held his ground and turned the runner inside. That's exactly what you got to do out there.
The runner that time, if he cuts it inside maybe a little bit quicker,
yes.
I don't know that he's going to get the first down. That was Colter Oldham on the carry, but it was one of those, I think if he would just have broke off the hip of the off the blocker, he picks up a few more yards, but it's a 3rd and long for the Broncs here.
So Lakin now.
And my clock is stopped, so I am way
You're
off.
9:32, 31, 30, 29,
There
28.
we go. We're caught up.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
On the snap, almost mishandled that. A snap went low. Pass over to the right side and just out of the reach of the intended receiver for Lakin. The clock stops and it's going to be 4th down.
Colter Oldham, the receiver on that route, but Servando he hasn't had great time to throw the football, but he's thrown some nice balls just out of reach.
Right.
They are just not in sync so far.
They usually got him on the run, usually running.
No, he's definitely been on the run.
Yeah. So Lakin back at the 40, going to punt this one away. Goodland receiver back inside the 10.
Nice punt here by Omar and pin Goodland deep.
You bet. Waiting for the snap. Good snap, good kick, high. Lost it in the lights, comes down about the 30, rolls, bouncing, still goes out about the 23-yard line. Where it'll be 1st and 10 for Goodland.
So the Broncs on their opening possession, not much going on offense there. So now the defense.
This is very important. They got to make a statement here. The defense is really going to have to get down and go.
The offense failed to make a statement. Now the defense has got to. And you go back to Goodland's opening possession of the first half. The Broncs got an interception, had a short field, and scored. Right now the defense has got to dig in and get a stop here. Goodland has the momentum. They scored twice in that second quarter.
So ball now at the 24-yard line. 1st and 10 for Goodland on the right hash. Snap. Oh, he mishandles the snap again.
Oh.
And I saw what he did. He called for the snap. The snap came, and he looked away just for a second.
Well, they had man in motion from the right side, but I'll tell you what, Lakin was a whisker of getting that important turnover.
Yep.
But a loss of 5.
Ball was snapped, and he turned his head just a little bit. So Goodland now, the ball on the 24-yard line. We're at 2nd down and 15. So Lakin now needs to stop this pass game. Snap, roll to the left side. He's got the corner, turns it in, pushes his own man down from behind, and gets out to about the 22. No, they're going to spot it shorter than that.
Yeah, he was short of the first down, but he got a gain of about 9 yards. Going to bring up 3rd down and 6. But Linton that time was following his blocker around the left side, and it was like, hey, you're in my way. He just pushed his own blocker out of the way.
Yep. Don't see that very often. So, big play here for Lakin and a big play for Goodland on 3rd down and 5. Goodland snap, roll back to pass. Lakin harassed him, and he just has to throw it away. And coming through there, getting right after the quarterback for Lakin, I can't see his number.
Alan Martinez.
That was Alan again.
And Linton just had to heave that and get rid of it because the receiver wasn't even in his route. Connor Hudson with the coverage out here in the near flat, but good penetration by Alan Martinez. Linton had no time.
No, he's having quite a night tonight.
So the defense did their job, forced a 3 and out.
That's right. Now Lakin back to receive the punt. And everything goes well. It's time for the offense to make a statement. Snap. He was thinking about running with it. Kicks it up high. Fair catch at the 35-yard line. Servando Gonzalez. It'll be 1st and 10 for Lakin from the 35. Not bad field position to start.
Still pretty good field position for Lakin. Okay.
What's the matter?
Now, remember the comment I made when I said I went from being dumb to stupid?
Uh-huh. Is my favorite guy commenting to you?
My brother.
Oh!
He said, I've had 59 years experience of being stupid.
Good one, Brian. I like Brian's post on Facebook. He really gets some zingers going sometimes. I laugh sometimes. Waiting for the snap now. 1st and 10 for Lakin. Man in motion. Handoff up the middle. Not a lot there.
Straight up the middle. Not a lot going. And I messed up my clock once again.
I'll tell you what, the heart of that defensive line for Goodland, that's a tough nut to crack. Picked up, short yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Officials trying to get the clock started. There we go. Now I'm finally in sync. Man, I'll tell you what, people, just pay attention to the score. Don't worry about that clock. Those of you watching.
8:04, 8:03.
I got it now.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, my goodness.
Man in motion coming our way. Lakin on the snap. Handoff to Martinez up the middle, and he squirts to the outside, and that was a good open field tackle by Goodland. He went for the knees and the ankles to bring him down. Just a smart play. Good tackle by Goodland. And once again, that was Manny Gonzalez.
Manny Gonzalez with the tackle. And you know what? Alan Martinez was raring back with the stiff arm, and Gonzalez says no way. He just went for the legs. And that's what you got to do.
Yep.
You cannot let that running back get a hand on you, because if he does, he owns you.
Yes. So that was a good play. Good run, too. Good play on defense for Goodland.
3rd and short.
3rd and short. We've got 3rd and 2. Lakin on the snap. Belly it in, and he's still running. Well, it depends on where we're going to spot this ball.
I think he's going to be just a little bit short, but good penetration by both lines. The defensive line, the offensive line was pushing, and they gave him a pretty good spot.
Well, they gave him the first down.
They gave him the first down. All right. So Bronx with the first down there.
Yeah, he got a good spot. Of course, you're going by forward motion, too.
Yeah.
Where was his furthest place? He had the motion forward. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line, their own 46 for Lakin. Quarterback right side, not much there, maybe 2 yards.
Going to get maybe 2. And, and I talk about a good spot. It wasn't anything that the officials did. That was all on Servando and the offensive line. I'm just saying a good spot because they got to the line of gain that they needed. And,
Right.
At first when the far official was coming out, he was a little bit short of that hash mark.
Yes.
So I kind of wondered if Lakin was going to have enough for that. But got enough, and now Bronx at midfield.
2nd down and 8 yards to go. 48-yard line their own. Servando Gonzalez under center. Man in motion, coming around. Takes the handoff, pitch outside. And he slipped as he's cutting back. So he's going to go out to about the 50. Let's see where they spot that.
Nice option play. It worked.
Yes.
Lakin had the matchup they wanted right there, and Connor Hudson had it and slipped on the cutback.
So 3rd down now. 3rd down and
about 7. Yeah, 3rd and 7. Yeah, Servando, that defensive end made Servando get rid of it, but it was perfect because Connor had nobody out there. He made the cut. And
slipped down.
Yeah.
So here we go on 3rd and long. Man in motion to the right. Handoff, pitch to the
Same
right
play.
side once again. Still on his feet, still going for the sticks. And he's going to be short, I think. But, no, one of the guys are
Yeah, it's going to be a yard short.
Yeah, they'll go for it here, I believe.
I would think Lakin might go for a 4th and 1 here.
Yeah, I would hope they do, but I'm not the coach.
Yeah, that's why we're doing what we're doing.
There's 2 lines of thinking on that. If you can't make a yard, well, and the other one is, we'll punt them into a hole. So,
I like the aggressiveness right here.
I do too. 4th down and a yard. See what Lakin does. That option to the right's been working pretty good. Handoff straight ahead to Martinez, and he just pushes the pile.
He should have it.
Yep.
And they did exactly what you needed to at that point in time right there. Just give it to your fullback up the middle.
Yeah, don't do anything. He can make a yard about any time you want. I'm really impressed with Allen's play tonight. He's just really been doing well. So 1st and 10 over in Goodland territory. The ball at the 43-yard line. Be 1st and 10 for Lakin, and they're chewing up the clock. 4:20. We're almost halfway through this quarter.
I was going to say a good drive for Lakin right here, chewing up some time.
Snap. And a flag, and that's going to be in the backfield, so I don't know what's going on. Turn the left side and gets ran out of bounds.
I think Lakin had 2 men in motion.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Procedure call. That'll cost them 5. Yeah. So that'll cost them 5, and they'll get down over. So the ball now at the 47-yard line of Goodland on the right hash mark. 15 yards to go. Beautiful night for football. A little bit of a breeze, but having no effect whatsoever on the game. Just a gorgeous night for a football game. And I'm so glad people can get out and about again and do everything. It's really been fun this year. Lakin on a 1st down. Man in motion our way. They hand the ball to him. He's looking for the corner. Turns it upfield. Still on his feet. Down to the 40. Inside the 40. He gets cut down. And once again gets cut down by Manny Gonzalez for Goodland.
Manny Gonzalez all over the field for Goodland's defense. But Colter Oldham right there is going to end up gaining 8 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 7. But I like what he did with following his blocker that time. He went to cut, and it wasn't there, so he just stayed on the hip and just got what was available to him.
Right, and he's a freshman. So
a lot of times a freshman's going to bail on something like that. They get happy feet and just kind of bail on it. But that was a smart play by Colter.
Here comes Lakin on a 2nd down and 7.
We're going to give it to him again.
Hand off left side, run right over a defender. Took that guy on and laid him out.
And I'll tell you what, that defender, that is Devontae Hardy. And I'll tell you what, he got up a little gingerly.
And what Calder did, he kind of took that lunge step at that tackler. Just as the tackler got there, he just took him on. That was impressive.
I'll tell you what, 2 plays in a row for Colter Oldham, and I'll tell you what, now, plays like that, it's like welcome to the varsity, son. Those are good plays.
1st and 10 on the 27 of Goodland. On the left hash mark. Man in motion to the right. Pitch to the right. He's got some room there, but defenders come up on him. Still on his feet. Oh, nice move. Nice move. And he's close to the 1st and 10. What a move.
That's one of those situations, Connor Hudson out wide, you just keep your feet moving.
Yeah.
He broke through 2 guys that had him wrapped up after a short gain and was able to fall forward for the 1st down.
Wow, what a play. What a play. That was impressive. So Lakin now I don't know when they started this drive, at what time, but they're marching right down the field. They have the ball at the, 16-yard line for
I need to do a better job of making notes, I guess.
Man in motion to the right. And the handoff goes up the middle, and that's got to be Martinez because he just carried the pile.
Alan Martinez carrying 3 guys. He's not going to get a super huge game, but he got 3. He's going to bring up 2nd down and 7. But, yeah, Alan, he met the first 2, carried them, and they took the 3rd one to try to drag him down.
So he picked up a few yards there at 2nd down now and about 7. 2nd down and 8. Coming up to the ball. Split a wide receiver way out to the left. Gonzalez with the ball, handoff right side, and got some room and gets it down there across the 10.
Connor Hudson going to take it inside the 10, but I like Connor running his last couple attempts as well.
Yeah.
That time hard, saw the opening, just didn't try to outrun a defender, just took what was there, and now a 3rd and short from inside the 10-yard line.
3rd and about 2.
Good drive by Lakin.
Yes. Just a steady Freddy drive. Is that a football term? Steady Freddy drive?
Yeah, probably not.
No, that's close enough for me.
But you're going to do it anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to do it anyway. Under center, man in motion to the right. Quarterback keeper right side. He just kind of did a little hitch like he was going to throw it to freeze the defenders a bit. And he got down and got the 1st and goal.
Servando just faked it to Allen and just climbed in his pocket and took off.
He did a little shoulder hitch like he was going to throw it too. Thought that was interesting. Clock running at 37 seconds. 24 on the play clock, so they'll get a play in here. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 4. Wide receiver to the left. Waiting for the snap. Man in motion starts. Hands off right side, nothing there. Tried a little bit of a misdirection play there and just didn't go.
Yeah, the last 2 attempts with Connor Hudson on that play, very, very positive. But, you know, the thing about it with a play like that now in this position is the field shortens.
You're right.
You know, that maybe works on the 40, but it may not work from the 4-yard line. So that's going to do it for our 3rd quarter, man. Time's flying as we're having fun.
I guess your 3rd quarter tonight has been brought to you by Flashbacks Diner.
Flashback to the days of Bebop and Bobby Sox at Flashbacks Diner, Highway 50, Lakin. Fantastic burgers, Coney and Chicago hot dogs, Philly, steak, BLT, and chicken sandwiches, along with ice cream treats like the traditional banana split, sundaes, shakes, malts, and cones. Dine in or carry out. Flashback to the days of Bebop and Bobby Sox at the one and only fantastic Flashbacks Diner, Highway 50, Lakin.
And good food it is. Makes me hungry just to think about it. Your 4th and final quarter brought to you by Lakin Drug.
At Lakin Drug, their mission is simple. They strive to provide professional pharmacy services with hometown hospitality. Lakin Drug's experienced staff leads with compassion and utilizes modern technology to fit all of your individual needs. Whether it's prescription medications or over-the-counter products, Lakin Drug has the answer to all of your questions. Lakin Drug at 610 O'Loughlin Street in Lakin is a proud supporter of the community of Lakin and Lakin schools.
And we are back for the 4th quarter, and it will be Lakin's ball deep. It'll be 2nd down for Lakin and goal from the 4. So Lakin right now is put together. I think that's the best looking drive we've seen all year, isn't it? Oops, excuse me.
Yeah, by far, this is a great drive. I'm like you. I wish I'd have written down the time that this drive started and where it started from. But this has been a good drive for the Bronx.
Absolutely. So back under center, Servando Gonzalez. Man in motion, handoff left side, and that time they were really keying on him, and he got nowhere. Martinez.
Josh Sudas once again from the nose tackle spot. And actually, he's going to lose a yard on that play.
So it's going to be 3rd down and goal from the 5. Lakin up to the line of scrimmage on the right hash mark. Big play here for Lakin. 3rd down and goal. Waiting on the snap. Oh, he fumbled the snap. Bobbled the snap.
Got back on it.
That's going to be pretty much no gain.
Just
so it's going to be 4th and goal from the 5. Now Lakin does have a kicker.
We're going to get to see Idor Curto with his first field goal attempt. And
the
let's
coaches
see.
waved him off.
They're going to wave him off.
Yeah, no, different situation down here.
Yeah.
They were contemplating it, but decided no.
So now the play clock down to 12 seconds to go now. So Bronx got to get to the line.
Coach must have something up his sleeve because he pulled him off really quick. Down to 5.
There you go. Smart play. Call the timeout.
Timeout called by Servando Gonzalez there.
Yeah, that's smart play. That's smart play. Go and get regrouped. This is a big play in the game right now.
Yeah, coaches aren't entirely happy down here, but it might have been the smarter play there by Servando Gonzalez just to make sure nothing happens to back him up and make it even more of a problem trying to get into the end zone.
Then I agree with you there. That's a good timeout as far as I'm concerned. And you got one more shot at this to get this in the end zone. And they put a heck of a drive together. They got 4th down, goal, 4th and goal from the 5. Got a good crowd here at Lakin tonight, Brett. Good crowd from Goodland following them up.
Yeah, there's a good crowd here tonight. And, you know, when we were talking to Cassidy at halftime during part of the pregame tonight was the junior cheerleaders from, what did they say, pre-K to 5th grade.
Yeah.
And there was a line of them on the track.
And
I'll tell you what, when you start bringing kids and grandkids, a lot of people are going to come and watch. So Idor with the field goal attempt. It's going to be a 21-yard field goal attempt.
Snap, ball is down, kick is up, and it's blocked. It's blocked. Lakin jumps on it at the 15. Somebody just shot that gap because that was snapped and he was right to the ball to kick it. Somebody missed a block.
I want to say blocked by 33 or 79, I believe.
I'm thinking 79.
Because those were the two guys jumping there, so they both might have blown up that block on that left side of the offense, but unfortunate there.
They were through that line immediately.
Yeah.
So, like I said, it wasn't a bad snap. It wasn't a bad timing by the kicker. They just got through and blocked it.
So now the defense has to step up once again. The momentum now has changed to Goodland, even though they're deep in their own territory.
Do the line shift again, move everybody back to the right. Snap, deep snap. The quarterback turns the left side. Not a lot there for Cole Linton, the quarterback, the sophomore from Goodland.
Martinez on the stop.
Picks up, about nothing, maybe a foot.
See, that's another one of those plays by the Bronx, like we were saying earlier at halftime and before the game. The Bronx are just realizing what they have to do on defense. Everyone's realizing their roles, and I think they're reading their offense a little bit better now this second half that was addressed at halftime. And I think the Bronx are they're ready for anything on defense.
Okay, here we go. Thanks, Jared. 2nd down and 10. And we've got
timeout
whistle.
Timeout Goodland.
Timeout Goodland. So another timeout here in the 3rd quarter. So they saw something Lakin was doing on defense they didn't like.
And I didn't look at the play clock. It might have been winding down as well.
Yeah. So 9:46, 14-14. Boy, this 2nd quarter so far is just, 3rd quarter has just been a brawl here. Lakin put that really nice drive together, faltered down at the 5.
And that's unfortunate. You get a drive that burns that much time. And, like I said, at the end of the 3rd quarter, that run by Connor Hudson, that worked when they were out at the 40, out at the 30-yard line, but then that field shortens up at the end zone or near the end zone, and Lakin just didn't have as much room to work with.
No. So 2nd down and 10 for Goodland. 9:46 left here in the 4th quarter, excuse me. On the snap. Reverse and into the pile, and he's got some room. Boy, he's met right there and stood up. Good heads-up stop there by Lakin. He picks up a couple of yards and looked to me like he had some room to run. but they shut that down.
I think Maddox Beltran might have been in on the stop that time, but credit Omar Gonzalez, who turned that running back inside.
So it's going to be 3rd down now and 8 yards to go for Goodland. This is a big play for Goodland.
Well, so Goodland would like to get out of deep in their own territory. If they have to punt, that gives Lakin some pretty decent field position.
Right. And Lakin defense stepped up here. So let's see what happens. Quarterback is under center again. On the snap, nope, they reach back, snap it into the backfield, pass downfield, and are we going to get an interference call there?
Shouldn't.
I wouldn't think so, but I was watching. I saw that ref reach. I saw him reach.
You know what? There was some contact there, but that's just 2 guys going on the route. And, I was afraid that flag was coming out, but I didn't think in that position that it needed to come out. And thankfully, the official kept it in his pocket, and the Bronx defense another 3 and out.
Well, he had his hand going for the back there, and I went, oh no, watching that back judge. So good play by Lakin, good stop by Lakin. It's going to force Goodland to punt away with 8:54 left here in the 4th quarter. On the snap, kick, and it's going to come up short. Tells everybody to get away from it and just let her roll down 45-yard line. And I don't know what Serrando was doing there. He ran in there like he was going to grab it.
You know, it just drives me crazy when a player does that.
Me too. It's like you kick that with your foot. You would touch that ball by mistake, it'd be.
Well, in that situation, the ball had quit rolling, but you see it so many times when the ball's live. I want to yell at the TV or whatever. That ball is not round. It may bounce to you.
No, absolutely.
You know, it's just one of those things. But you know what though? You see them in the pros do it. You see them in college do it. You know, these high school guys, they're no different.
Lakin's got to put a drive
and he
together.
Had no intention he was going to touch that ball anyway.
To the right side, looking for some room. He's going to lose some yards back to about the 39-yard line.
Yeah, they're actually going to give him forward progress back to the 42.
Really?
And I shouldn't say forward progress because it's still a loss of 3.
So it's going to be 2nd down. They sent everybody off that left side that time on defense. So this is just kind of a head smasher here in the 3rd and 4th quarter.
This is where Lakin needs another big drive. You've got to get back to this field position game, at least drive it deep in Goodland territory, but you want to get points out of it this time.
Goodland's done 2 big plays, 2-point conversion, then they blocked the conversion by Lakin. Pitch to the left side, looking upfield, has some room, still on his feet, runs out to about the 48-yard line. Had some running room there and made something of it. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 6 yards to go, I believe.
6. Big conversion here for Lakin. Another hard run by Colter Oldham that time. And, and I can't see it from here, but it's one of those that time that maybe if he tried to keep extending it out, gets it to the sideline, maybe a few more yards. He tried to cut it back up.
3rd down and 6. Man in motion. Fake the pitch, roll out there after Servando. Looks downfield, says, I got some room, I'll just run it. And down the field he goes. And a good tackle by Goodland right there. He did a heck of a job of tackling him.
Did a great job, and that was Gonzalez once again.
Yeah, man, he's been all over the place tonight. Kid's a football player. So Lakin now.
Good 1st down pickup.
Needed that. Now they just need to put the drive together.
That was one of those situations. I don't think Servando had a crossing route wide open at the 30-yard line, but I don't think he had any intentions of throwing that football. He saw open green turf. He was going to do everything he could to get this 1st down.
Yeah, smart play, run the ball.
Hey, and coaches were telling him, go down here. That's all I heard.
Man in motion coming, Servando right side. Did we have a flag? Or?
Yeah, Lakin, the guy on the end, I just saw his foot move just a hair, but it was just enough you could see it move on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, so back him up.
I think number 52, I think.
So they're going to go back it up. It's going to be 1st down and 15.
Well, it wouldn't have been 52 because you would have left a lineman uncovered.
He's this outside guy here, so That's who I thought it was.
Here we go, under center now, waiting for the snap. Servando Gonzalez, snap, and hands it. Where's the ball? Button, who's got the button again? Back to the original line of scrimmage.
Colter Oldham saw the hole up the middle and took that for a 5-yard gain. But, he saw nothing outside, brought it back inside, got that 5 yards back.
Well, he faked me out. I was following the guy that went to the right the first time.
Tell you what, another quick quarter, 6 minutes to go in this ball game, but this quarter's gone quick too.
The ball hadn't been in the air very much.
No.
Second down now and 10 yards to go for Lakin. That is manageable. Waiting on the snap. Keeper off the right side for Servando, and he ducks his head and gets down close, but he's not quite going to get, maybe he does have it. Yes, he does have it.
He got 2 yards over on that one off the dive.
Yep.
Guess who made the stop?
Was it Manny again?
Manny Gonzalez on that stop.
And he's a sophomore. That kid's all over the place. He's a good football player. He could play on my team. Guarantee you. It's going to be 1st and 10 once again for Lakin at the 32-yard line.
Two crucial first down pickups by Servando Gonzalez on this drive.
Absolutely. 5:19 left. Tied at 14. Good football game. Handoff straight off the right side, and once again, that was the one and only Alan Martinez.
Alan Martinez with a gain of about 7 yards on the play. He's taking it to the 25-yard lines. So a second down and short, but more importantly, Bronx with a great drive, but they're eating clock too.
I'm starting to see this Goodland defense getting tired. Look at all the hands on the hips.
Very well could be. They've been out on the field a lot.
Slow getting off the piles, You start seeing those hands on the hips, that means they're getting tired. And I can see why they would. They've been out there a lot this second half. Lakin with the ball.
Snap.
Mishandles the snap once again. That's the second time we've seen that tonight.
And you know what, though? Something is going on with their timing, because if you're up under center, that should never come up on you.
No.
Lakin's going to actually gain a yard on that play, believe it or not.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. They actually did gain a yard on that fumble.
They're very fortunate they did not lose that one. Wow. So it's going to be 3rd down.
Another
and
big
2.
3rd down. Yep, another big 3rd down. But you get a first down here, you can burn a couple more minutes off that clock and keep this drive going.
Quarterback keeper off the right side. Forward he goes. He's going to be awful close.
I think he's going to have it.
I think he's going to have the first down. I'm looking right across the line.
The guy on the other side had him at the 22. The near guy had him at the 21. And that was plenty for the first down.
Right at the half, 21 and a half.
So 1st and 10 for Lakin. 3:45 left in this ball game, and they're just eating this clock up. And Lakin does have a field goal kicker, but they can't let him run through like they did last time, block it.
Great
if
drive
they get to that point.
To keep Goodland's offense off the field, but they've got to make sure they get points out of this one this time.
Man in motion coming around, fake the handoff, left side. Servando lowers his head, runs over another Goodland player, gets the first down. Down about the 10-yard line. I mean, he just lowered his head and ran over him.
He and Manny Gonzalez just met like two bulls there. The helmet came off for Manny. He's got to go up, but I'll tell you what, he's got a stinger going. Look at him trying to shake his left arm out.
I can't see him.
He's over on the sideline in the middle.
Oh, he's right behind,
Out in the open there.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that was a great call by whatever coach decided to call that play. Great several option play. Right up the gut, Servando going or pitch out to left, and Servando decided to see that hole and take it. And great gain.
3 minutes, handoff right side, Allen. Pushing forward Allen. He's across the 5. And I think one of the guys thought that was the goal line.
Yeah.
The 5-yard line.
Yeah. Okay, we got 5 more yards to go there. Love your enthusiasm.
Yes, love your enthusiasm. But he did that, then he looked and went, oops.
Yep. Uh-oh.
Hey, that's what we were joking about down here. We thought that was kind of funny.
Do you think they're gonna have a little fun with him on game film day?
Yeah, he thought the 5 was gold line, but hey, we got 5 more yards to go. Let's go,
Here
Bronx.
we go. Second down and goal from second down and 5. Snap, roll to the right side. He's going to the corner. Touchdown.
Bronx.
Way to go.
Servando with the 5-yard run.
Servando Gonzalez.
Cruised on in, took to the right side, went for the pylon. Touchdown, Lakin. Now 20-14 with 2 minutes and 11 seconds left in this game. Lakin put a good drive together, couldn't make it happen, got the ball back this time, drove it on in for the score.
And I think Bronx are going for 2 here. No, they are not.
No.
Coach Bam was, I think, hinting at it, but decided not to.
We're out there.
Just get your 7-point lead here. Kicky is up, and
they're pointing Goodland.
Defensive.
Through the flag. I never saw the flag. He was behind the post.
Offsides on their defense.
That's interesting to now whether Lakin wants to go for 2.
Half the distance.
Interesting. Did somebody call time? I don't know what's going on here.
They're asking Coach Bamberger what he wants to do with this play, and they're going to move it in.
Kicker is going to come off the field.
Yep, looks like Lakin's going to try. They're going to go for 2 here now. The kicking tee is off the field, and the 25-second clock start. Well, yeah, there it goes.
There you go. Itor is off the field, so they're going to go for the 2-point conversion.
Big play here for Lakin.
See what happens on this. Waiting on the snap. Hand off to Martinez. And that's it.
Easy.
No problem there whatsoever. Now, they've got an 8-point lead. That is huge right now. That is huge. Put it on 8. If Goodland would somehow march down with 2:11 left and score, then they'd have to go for 2. So, huge play there. Huge play there.
You know, worse it can happen is tie game.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah, worse can happen. Get tied up.
And I'll tell you what, that's a big mistake for Goodland to be offsides on that extra
that
point
was
attempt.
huge. They'll look back at that play and go, wow, that was huge.
Very well. Could be the
You know, I see Lakin tonight, although they've made some mistakes, not a lot. They're playing with some confidence tonight.
You know what? It's really been a good ball game between both teams. I mean, not huge plays, but it's just kind of a couple fighters just toe-to-toe going back and forth with each other right now. And, you know, just like last year, a couple minutes left in the ball game, Lakin drove down, took the lead. They lost it 23-17. So now Lakin once again scoring late. Now the defense has stepped up tonight. They've got to do it one more time.
Very reminiscent of last year's game at Goodland. Getting ready to kick. Itor. He lets one go this time. And
let it go.
They let it go. Just hit the 1-yard line and let it go.
That's advantage Lakin because the ball's on the 20.
Yeah.
They return that. Who knows what happens?
Yeah, it just looked to me like they've never really planned on returning those kickoffs.
No, none whatsoever.
Looks to me like they've just been told to let them go. So with 2 minutes and 11 seconds to go, Lakin with an 8-point lead. Goodland with the ball at their own 20. Goodland has thrown tonight, done a decent job with that. On the snap, quarterback rolls to the right, looking downfield, lets one go, and just out of the fingertips of the receiver, and he got behind the Lakin player, and if he would have caught that, that could have been 6.
Overthrew him. He was throwing on the roll out to the right, but I'll tell you what, behind that, and it looked like from my vantage point, Goodland might have gotten away from a hold on the Lakin's defensive end coming from this side, but maybe it wasn't. You know, they're down on the field closer to it, but it looked to me like he might have altered what he was doing.
Cole Linton, the quarterback, back there in the backfield by himself. Receivers spread all over the field, 5 of them. Snap, he drops back and looks. Airs one across the middle, and he
threw it behind the receiver.
And he rocketed that thing. And Lakin couldn't pick it off. Had a player there. He tried, but just couldn't get a hold of it.
Looking at Devontae Hardy on that crossing route to Hardy, I wish there were at least some heights.
I do too.
Hardy's a big target. But the thing about it is that ball was thrown behind him. It was also thrown behind Servando Gonzalez. If Servando's running, if that ball's more over the head of Hardy, Servando intercepts that football. But a big third down now for the Bronx. You'd like to get a stop here and force a long fourth down.
Goodland's in 4-down territory, I think, no doubt. Rolls to the right, looking downfield, lets it go, and he's going to be short.
They're going to give him to the 30. They gave him to the 30.
So he's just going to be a foot or two short if the flags are right.
No, he's going to be. If he can hit the 30, it's a first down.
My angle, I couldn't quite tell it.
Yeah, because if the line of scrimmage was a 20, so any part of that ball touches the 30, it's automatic.
So now it's 1st and 10. 1:47, the clock is running. Lakin leading by 8. Goodland trying to go down the field. Snap back to the quarterback, Linton. Looks across the middle and
overthrew him again.
He's had receivers open tonight. He's had a hard time hitting them.
And that one could have been a big gainer because there were two Goodland players and one defender there.
So it'll be 2nd down from the 30-yard line.
Hey, quick question from me.
Okay.
2 timeouts each per team, right?
Yeah, 2 timeouts each left.
I'm trying to get used to this new score clock. Everything's a little bit different, so I was just making sure.
TOL, timeouts left.
Gotcha.
Waiting on the snap. Looking again, he's going to roll to the left. Clinton looks downfield, Lakin in pursuit, and he just I thought he had that. That was going to be the ball game.
And he knows it too. And you feel for a player like that, but hey, Maddox broke it up. He did a great job to step in front, and I'll tell you what,
I thought he had it.
I did too, just right through the wickets. But I'll tell you what, now it's 4th and 10.
3rd and 10.
Is it 3rd and 10? No,
according to the scoreboard, according to the flip side,
it's 3rd and 10.
I just had 3rd and 10.
No, it's 3rd and 10. It was just 2nd.
Okay.
Waiting on the snap once again. Cole Litton. Throw across the middle, and he finds a receiver this time out at the 45. It'll be a 1st down.
Mason Hernandez with the reception.
So they're going to spot it at the 46-yard line, their own 46. 1st and 10 on the right hash mark.
And the clock
is saying 1:17. 2 timeouts left for Goodland, 2 timeouts left for Lakin. Once again, Linton with the ball, throws it to the left side. He finds a receiver over there. And Lakin runs him out at about the 32-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10.
Another 1st down.
We're starting to make those connections.
And he's out of bounds, so it stops the clock.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 30. What about the 36?
36-yard line. Lakin needs to make a push here and flush Linton out of the pocket. They've got to. Lakin's going to call timeout. That's their second.
Is this almost deja vu all over again?
Let's don't even talk about it.
Yeah, come on. We don't need to be putting any jinx.
I shouldn't have brought it up earlier.
Nobody.
I shouldn't have brought it up earlier.
It seems like whenever we do something like that, that's when things start going wrong. So let's just drop it there.
Oh, you superstitious.
Hey,
just stating the fact, buddy.
When it comes to sports, man, you got to be superstitious, even if it's real or not.
There ain't a sports game out there that doesn't have some sort of superstition.
Oh, exactly.
But the defense, like I said, the defense right now needs to pressure Cole Linton, at least make him roll out. He was too comfortable on that last throw.
Well, he's throwing through 3 or 4 passes, just nowhere close. Then he throws a couple, perfect passes. So the ball will be at the 36-yard line, the left hash mark. We've got 1:01 left in the game. Lakin leading by 8.
And I wouldn't underestimate this Goodland's quarterback's arm, because tonight he's had quite a few long passes. His receiver just hadn't been able to pull him in, but I would not underestimate a long pass.
He can throw the ball.
He's got the arm to go to the end zone.
Here we go. Spread them out to the right and to the left. Cole Linton, quarterback. Snap, drops back. Lakin with a little bit of a rush has a receiver open across. Oh! He missed it. Lakin almost intercepted it again. It went on his shoulder pad, and he couldn't quite grab it.
That was Maddox Beltran that time, and there again, it thrown just a little bit behind the receiver and the defender.
Oh, man, I was ready for that one. I was right here in his line. I figured he had that one.
Here we go. It is now second down and 10. 55 seconds left in the game. Linton with the ball, throws it up high and over the head. The kid's got the arm.
Alan Martinez shot through and put a hit on Linton as soon as he got rid of it. Yeah, and it was, no, that was Omar. That was Omar Gonzalez that got through there. But I'll tell you what, he hit Linton as soon as that ball went up. He got him right in the ribs underneath that arm.
I was watching the ball, so I did not see that. So 49 seconds left. Goodland with 2 timeouts left. Third down and 10 from Lakin's 36.
5 left on the clock.
Cole Linton, the sophomore quarterback, now has the ball. Lakin in pursuit of him. And he lets one go and
Lakin defender got a hand on that one too.
Got a hand on Lakin player come across, and
I'll tell you what, you look at Omar Gonzalez as a defensive lineman, he's running the quarterback down.
Yes.
And he lunged at the feet of Linton. As soon as he let that go, Goodland's going to spend a timeout now with 4th and 10. But I'll tell you what, the Lakin defender again got a hand on that ball, but I think it wouldn't have mattered. It was going to be a play out of bounds, but
it was going to be way over.
Yeah.
Well, man.
But also, great job to number 1 Maddox Beltran for being there in case he did catch it over his shoulder. He was there to break it up no matter what.
So we got a timeout. Goodland with the ball, 36-yard line. It is 4th down and 10 with 41 seconds. The Broncs are leading Goodland by 8.
I'm liking Omar Gonzalez in this situation. The last 2 pass attempts, he's been in the offensive backfield. Now somebody has got to join him, but right now I think the key is Omar Gonzalez and the pressure that he can get in this offensive backfield.
And I definitely agree with you on that one. I mean, I've known Omar for quite a few years, but man, watching this kid grow and seeing what kind of player he's become, man, he has extremely impressed me. I love watching number 56 play out there.
Goodland's back over the ball now. 4th down and 10. Trip receivers to the right, twins to the left on the left hash mark. Looking downfield, airs out across the middle and finds a receiver, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by Lakin.
Maddox got it that time.
Wow. Ball game. Right through the hands of the receiver and Maddox Beltran. Wow. And he just caught it and kneeled. Don't do anything dumb, just kneel, get the game over with.
That is as good a play as you can make. You made the catch, just go down with it. Because then if you try to return it and you fumble, give it back to him, that's smart heads-up play.
Yeah, 2 plays, this thing's over with. Actually, 1 play.
Goodland does have a timeout.
Yeah.
Now, whether they decide to burn it or not, and the clock runs, I don't think they're going to burn it.
23-22. Well, they don't have to run a play now.
If Goodland's not going to stop it, Lakin doesn't even have to run one. And
So
I think
14,
Goodland's going to
13,
just say heck with
12.
it. What a football game.
Wow,
This has been, those of the fans that stuck around, they saw a good one. And those of you watching at home, what a football game. And Lakin's going to get one back from a year ago, and they're able to hold on and beat Goodland 22-14.
Quite a ball game. One of the better ball games I've seen for a long time.
JD, we were looking for a good game, and I tell you what, we got it here tonight. But, man, the Broncs are excited, and they deserve to be. This was quite a ball game.
Oh, absolutely. Has it got the camera on the football team down there, or they just... Let's see where there you go.
Yep.
Stay with them. There you go. They deserve to celebrate this one.
And I hope she stays with them. I need to probably ask her and see if I can stay with us while we interview the coach. And Jared, did you bring our medallions?
Do what? I'm still down here.
Did you bring the medallions?
I did not, actually. I was running a little bit late, and I didn't stop by.
Okay, no problem. We'll give a player of the game, and he'll get his medallion next week.
We'll decide one. I'll come up and have a little chat with you guys.
Okay. Hey, stay down there, though, because I'll need the equipment for Coach.
Well, I was going to come up there and then just hand it off to you, if that's okay.
All right, we can do that, too.
Okay, I'm coming up.
Final score tonight, Lakin 22, Goodland 14, and a great ball game for sure. Your fourth quarter has been brought to you by Lakin Drug, and we thank them very much.
At Lakin Drug, their mission is simple. They strive to provide professional pharmacy services with hometown hospitality. Lakin Drug's experienced staff leads with compassion and utilizes modern technology to fit all of your individual needs. Whether it's prescription medications or over-the-counter products, Lakin Drug has the answer to all of your questions. Lakin Drug at 610 O'Loughlin Street in Lakin is a proud supporter of the community of Lakin and Lakin schools.
And we are back. Big win tonight for Lakin, 22-14 over Goodland. Your post-game thoughts and recap brought to you tonight by Hendricks Welding.
Oh, this stupid weren't there.
When it's time to do that welding, don't do it yourself and make a mess out of it. Call Hendricks Professional Welding Service in Lakin. On the farm, on the ranch, or at your place, or at Hendricks Welding 3 miles west of Lakin. Welding done right the professional way. Call Brad Hendricks at Hendricks Welding at 355-6734. That's Hendricks Welding. Don't do it yourself and make a mess. Just call old Brad. Well, our post-game thoughts and recap, and we're going to name the player of the game here in a second. And kind of a tough decision tonight on player of the game, so they're sitting there discussing it right now. So post-game thoughts and recap, I guess just Lakin just played a heck of a fourth quarter tonight, put things together, and they got thwarted on one drive, turned around and got the ball back and made another drive and scored in 2-point conversion. So it was a great play with them.
Well, that long drive that Lakin turned it over on downs down here,
right.
Well, they had the field goal blocked. And, that's one of those situations that a team could just say, okay, we're deflated. That just let the air out of our balloon. And, they could have folded it up, but the defense buckled down, got the ball back. They drove it down, now got the go-ahead touchdown. And then the defense, more of a bend, not break.
Right.
I'm not one of those guys that likes prevent defense. I don't like soft defense at the end of the game to give up yards, but and I don't know if necessarily that's what Lakin was playing, but it ended up working for the defense. And I'll tell you what, that defense really played a great game tonight.
Right.
They really did. Goodland in that second quarter gained all the momentum, scored just before the end of the half, and that all that momentum was on them. Lakin had the opening drive of the second half. Did not do anything with it. Goodland did what they needed to do, got the ball back, but Lakin's defense was just too much. And, this game tonight, there's a lot of players that played hard, but this wins on the defense.
Well, Lakin didn't panic. They didn't get shook up. They just kept playing football and just steady as they went. And they really looked good tonight. I thought they played exceptionally well tonight. Actually on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, they really did. And, credit Goodland's defense. Lakin's offense couldn't get a lot of things going tonight, but Lakin made the plays when they needed to. And I'll tell you what, that halfback pass from Alan Martinez to Maddox Beltran in that first half was huge, because in defensive games like that, sometimes you need a little, what do they call it? Trickeration. Trickeration. And
trick play.
Yeah. Yeah, there was an NFL coach one time back in the day that used trickeration. I don't know who it was. I'd like to give Hank Stram credit for that, because he came up with a lot of stuff, but I don't think that was his.
But, way before my time, so I have no idea.
It's just got to be a catchphrase in the last couple of years.
Yeah, exactly. But I'll tell you what, player of the game, we got a lot of decisions to make here. But I'll tell you what, I kind of hopped on him in the first half, and I'm going to ride him through the end, but I think Alan Martinez by far was our player of the game tonight. Maddox Beltran had a great football game tonight, and, had a pick, had a touchdown, but I think we're going to lean on Alan tonight, and the huddle's been broke, so I'll tell you what, Jared, we're going to head that way. If you want to put a headset on and stay up here and
I'll just follow you down and hand you this.
You want to entertain JD or whatever. Let's see if our camera girl's still up there. If she'll get on me on the field. If
you
not,
want,
would
I'll
you
just
do
go.
it?
I'll shoot straight up.
Or bring him down to the
If
50.
you would do that, we'll just talk to Coach about the 40-yard line. So I'm going to head down, JD. So
all right.
Sing us a song. Or
who we got next week, real quick?
We're going to Ellis next week.
That's what I thought.
Another road trip for us.
The Ellis Railers.
Yep.
And I know nothing about that team at all. I have not.
They wear orange and black. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah, that's about all I can tell you, too. So a good football game tonight for Lakin. We're going to go down and do the coach's interview as we get ready to wrap things up. Perfect night for football here, but I got to give Goodland some credit. They're an 0-3 team now. But
and they're a very good 0-3 team.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. They're about as good as an 0-3 team you're going to see.
Yeah.
Triple overtime, got beaten triple overtime last week, and by Norton. Norton's always good. First game of the year, they played Ray, Colorado, and Ray was up in the quarterfinals of the state playoffs last year. I have a lot of those players back. They're good. And they come down here and played hard. And this was pretty much anybody's game here tonight. But
we'll step back out on the field. Jared's going to find us out here.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I see him there. Somebody, well, he's got a camera. There's the cameras moving.
All right.
All right, we're starting to see us. If the camera would zoom in, it'd be great.
Okay.
You know.
All righty. Well, JD, now we're on the field. Coach, we talked about a heartbreaker, a good close football game last year. Lakin scored late to take the lead, left Goodland a lot of time. A lot of deja vu tonight, but I'll tell you what, this was a type of football game you want to see, but this defense tonight was phenomenal.
Yeah, you know, I'd like to think the plays that we gave up were just plays that we maybe didn't completely trust our assignment, and I told Jared that at halftime, and I felt like they really buckled down, and you could see that we overcome some tough spots, and a lot of times we start, struggling in those areas, and I feel like we fought through in those areas, so it was really positive to see them do that tonight.
The first half was kind of an up and down first half. The Bronx, I thought, dominated the first quarter. Goodland came back with 2 scores and scored just before the half. So they had some momentum going in, but Lakin had the opening kickoff to open the second half, but then Goodland stuffed them. I really thought that might have been where the tides turned, but there, once again, the defense just buckled down.
Yeah, and I felt like, the coaches did a fantastic job throughout the week of practice. Obviously, Sunday and Saturday, they spent a ton of time watching film. So when they come in on Monday, they introduce the game plan to our players, and then they practice it, all week long. We actually had an extra day this week, just due to not having a JV game, so we utilized that. And the coaches did a fantastic job getting them in the right spot, and the players just buckled down, hung in there, and fought hard through it.
The Bronx offense with a long drive, but had the field goal attempt blocked, and a lot of teams, that just lets the air out of the balloon, but the Bronx defense answered the bell, stood up, got the ball back, and then the offense was able to answer.
Yeah, I was really, I guess I was comforted. I was pretty frustrated about the blocked field goal, and I was comforted when I could see that our kids didn't hang their heads. You could feel the confidence in the defense, and it was very much a resilient, like, okay, let's go D, let's got to make the play on defense now, and I felt like they did that, and that's a scenario that I feel like you start to earn some trust, and our kids start to gain some confidence when something bad happens and you fight through it and you make something positive out of it.
The one thing I like and I take away from this football game tonight is it makes our player of the game choice hard. And so that gives all aspects of the game did things right tonight, but there were so many players. I think Alan Martinez was by far his best game of the year so far. Servando, you got the leadership that he's not going to stop. But Maddox Beltran, I love it that he finally got that interception at the end, because he dropped one on the near sideline, and that would have just haunted him had Lakin, given up something. But I was glad to see him come up with that. And, he's a sophomore, young player coming through.
He's a young kid that's come a long way this year already. Starting to gain a lot of confidence in him. He's starting to gain a lot of confidence in himself. And that timeout, Coach Drew actually told him, you're going to get one right here on this snap. And sure enough, he did. So super proud. That was a good way to end the game.
It definitely was. And our player of the game, like I said, was a hard decision. But with Allen, the game that he played, he was in that offensive backfield all night long. And he great halfback pass. We got to see that last year, and it was successful. And once again, he tell you what, a lot of times you don't see a lot of fullbacks that's going to throw a 35-yard dime to a receiver, but a great play call in that spot.
It was great timing from Coach Giroux. Fantastic timing, and you know, we've seen it in practice. Allen throws a really pretty catchable ball, and I felt like the timing was very well set up, and Maddox ran a great route, and it was a nice play. It was obviously a huge play that we needed in that scenario.
Well, we didn't. Jared let us down. He didn't bring the medallions here tonight, so I'll make sure I get the Player of the Game medallion to Allen. But, Coach, great football game, a fun Friday night, beautiful night for football, and more importantly, a great win for the Bronx when they really needed one.
Yeah, it was. As we roll into district schedule now, it doesn't get any easier, and you know, Ellis is going to be a tough matchup. Also, we've got a lot of work to do, but hopefully we can enjoy this one for a little while tonight.
My God, they go fast. We're already in week 4 next week, Coach.
Unbelievable. It is happening fast. We're almost over the hump here of regular season.
It is hard to believe, but hey, congratulations once again, and as always, thanks for joining us. Have a great week, and look forward to talking with you next week.
Thanks, Brett. We appreciate it. Thank you.
You bet. It's Bronx head coach Chris Bamberger once again. The Bronx win it tonight, 22-14, and I'll tell you what, JD, we got what we ordered tonight. It was a good football game.
Yeah, we kind of expected a good football game for sure, and like we said a little bit ago, Goodland might be 0-3, but they're a very good 0-3 football team.
Yes, they are. Yep.
So great game tonight. Congratulations to the Bronx. Big win, 22-14. Next week we'll make the long drive to Ellis.
Going to Ellis.
Take care of that. So we want to thank all of our sponsors. Thank you, Brett. Thank you, Jared.
Thank you, JD. Great job.
Okay, we're getting out of here, so have yourself a great weekend. And we'll see you next Friday right here on LakinSports.com and Lakin Bronx Sports on YouTube.
Have a great weekend.
Lakin Sports has been bringing you Lakin High School sports on the internet for many years and is proud of sharing Lakin High School events with you. Without the great support of the businesses that sponsor Lakin Sports, this would have not been possible. A huge thank you goes out to the Lakin Recreation Commission, Pioneer Communications of Southwest Kansas, the Kearney County Community Development Ralph Goodnight, Hendricks Welding Brad Hendricks, Lakin Hay and the Lakin Dairy Fred Ritzema, and the Stampede, along with the Kearney County Bank and the Garden City State Bank, the Agency of Lakin and Garden City, Farm Bureau Financial Services of Lakin, Nikki Harris, Flashbacks Diner of Lakin, Lakin Drug, Shelter Insurance Gwen Wechter, and the Golden Plains Credit Union. Thank you, sponsors, and thank you for watching and making Lakin Sports such a huge success. LakinSports.com, the home of Lakin High School sports.